YouTube if it's a scheduled stream. This is good UI, UX. Everything is pretty much the same if I schedule a stream, except for now when I go live in my streaming software, I also have to push in one extra button in YouTube or else it doesn't go live. So thank you for letting me know. Hey, my football team is named after the brave rebels who freed us from England and made America a country, but whatever. I love that. There you go, Falconer. Thank you for the comment. Thank you for letting me know. Yeah, you guys can always let me know if there's some technical issue. Just say, hey Sully, I don't see you on YouTube, or hey Sully, the captions don't work. That's all I need. I don't consciously try to do things differently and mess with you guys. So usually it's just because there's a technical error. I have a pretty good system in place for getting all of it done. Funko Addict Texas, I felt like all of America jumped on the Cowboy and Bulls bandwagon back in the 90s. Yeah, they did. I held strong. I did not. Michael Jordan's one of the best, he's the best basketball player ever. One of the best athletes ever. Bo Jackson is the best athlete ever. But I admired the Bulls, but I didn't have Bulls merch. I didn't buy Bulls gear. No. I Houston Rockets, man. That's my team. I lived in Texas. I was an Oilers fan, not a Cowboys fan. Then the Oilers left, and I was like, let me try to be a Titan. Nope, not a Titans fan. That lasted for all of one season because of Aaron McNair, maybe two. And then we got our Texans. Now, I used to be a diehard Astros fan, but when they let the last of all the my favorite players go in Hunter Pence and didn't re-sign them, I said I'm done with the Astros. I admire them from afar, but they are not my team anymore. I don't have a baseball team. I didn't jump to another team. Darth Wacko, it's just a nickname, folks. It's an old nickname and might not apply to the haters, but it's not that serious. No, I know. I'm playing. Some people get very bent out of shape. In fact, when the Dallas Cowboys play the Texans, I am embarrassed to say that when the city of Houston hosts, it's the worst game to go to because there's always fights. Like, people get very serious about it. And I'm just like, same thing as Darth Wacko. I'm like, seriously? No. Well, this is not how we need to treat one another. I can't Twitch on work PC, but can YouTube. I'll chat on the phone. Oh, interesting, Falconer. Interesting. I guess it makes sense because people just assume Twitch is all about, like I said in my video about angry 12-year-olds playing Fortnite. Texas, I was always true to the Jets. It jumped 2 and 130 record seasons. And my Jets, we suck. Hey, you know what? Gary Vee will buy them one day, and then it will all be different. It'll all be different. Hey, Funko News Canada, FNC is back. Fight the good fight, my friends. I'm sorry you're having to I don't understand this. I don't understand. Funko News Canada's Instagram accounts keep getting taken down. And this is the era of Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitch, YouTube. You use their site for free, and if they want to take you down, they take you down, no questions asked. No process, no nothing. They just take you down. And then, maybe if you can get in contact with somebody here, maybe we'll work with you to try and fix it. But we don't have to. It's really sad. Did I wrap that up pretty well? Funko News Canada, I'm so sorry you're going through that. I'm grateful I don't care about sports. It's one less thing to worry about. Well, worry about, yes, but also enjoy. I love watching football. I love watching a game between two teams I have no skin in the game with, that I don't really care. Why is that an emote that shows up? What do you want for nothing? I say we get to use it for free, but like if we pay them for ads, which most of us who are in any kind of business, Funko News Canada probably has paid them for ads. You do pay in ways to use the platform other than paying them direct money. You are bringing them people to watch ads. They should treat content creators with a little bit more respect. Honestly, Houston fans hate Dallas way more than Dallas hates Houston. It's like that little brother syndrome. Oh yeah, that's the same thing between used to be the Texas A&M Aggies and the Longhorns. The Aggies in their fight song talk about hating the Longhorns. The Longhorns are like, whatever. We're playing against some real teams. We don't care about you. Oh, cool, Monster Pete. She's not here today, Priscilla, but she'll be around, I'm sure. Yeah, when we're not paying for it, we're the product. Yep. Professor Josh in the house. What's up, Professor Josh? How are you? Professor Josh is doing some great stuff, some fundraising, guys. If you haven't seen his posts, please check it out. He's got a bunch going on, including some auctions to benefit a great cause. So please go and make sure you support him. I don't find it fun. I do like to watch some of the Olympic sports. There you go. So you can appreciate sports in that respect. Like, some people love golf and they don't like other sports. Some people love football and they don't love anything else. I personally just am amazed at the feats that we as humans can perform, can accomplish. It's really amazing. So I like SportsCenter's Top 10 is one of my favorite things to catch ever. I used to watch it every morning when I was on the treadmill. Now I don't get to watch it much, except for every once in a blue moon I'll tune in. But it's just like to see a record broken, an amazing catch, something happen in sports we've never thought would happen. A record, did I just say a record being broken? Yeah, a record somebody's going after, whether it's in one game or across multiple games. I love all that. Like, it's really fun. And the debate around who's the best athlete, who's the best team, who this, who that. Like, if it's a debate, not an argument, not a fight, I love it. That's still be a thing now that they're both in the SEC. I mean, it still is for A&M versus UT, but not UT versus A&M. That was the rub. So much going on for the next 2 weeks for veterans. It's amazing what you're doing, Professor Josh. Keep up the great work. Miss Fancy Cherry, what's up? How are you now? By the way, I just saw you fill out the form, Miss Fancy Cherry. For anybody that I didn't hone in on this, here is the free NFT for this week. I'm pointing the wrong way again. Disney villains inspired. That was a tricky one because there's not a font for Disney villains, so I had to take other fonts and Frankenstein them together and then create that whatever you want to call it. I got to get the angle right. It's right in there. Had to do all that by hand. That was a lot of work, but I think it came out really well. And this week it's get the free NFT and enter to win slots in the community pack giveaway. Hey, Zach Bonifer, what's happening? How are you now? Oh, Red Ranger. No, not no. I love sports, says Darth Waggle. Pretty much all sports I like playing, watching, following. Some more than others. NHL is my favorite, closely followed by NFL. That's interesting that you, a Texas boy, and NHL is your favorite. I knew you liked hockey. I didn't know it was your favorite. That's really interesting. But I'm with you. I used to love playing. I don't get an opportunity much anymore. If I did, I would jump on it. Thank you, Miss Fancy Cherry. Frankensteining is perfect. I mean, we did it a lot when I was at Funko. Oh, we needed to make that the new first social media Freddy. Let's take the body of one character and Freddy Funko head and put them together, and that's what we'll get. Day 2 of full liquid diet before tomorrow's procedure. Oh, Zach Bonifer, I'm sorry. Prayers for Zach Bonifer. Man has been struggling through it here lately. You'll get through it, my friend. You're going to do it. Things will go well. It'll help you. It'll help you feel better, get better. I trust in it. I believe in it. If anybody's watching, because you saw maybe a repost from our friends at Drop or whatever, my name is Sully, and we talk about NFTs here a lot, or digital collectibles, if it makes you feel any better. We're going to be doing the Disney Villains Drop today, and very excited about that. Oh, we got a new comment, David Vu over on YouTube. Hold on, I got to adjust the tough part of records being broken is changing of the games. Like NFL receiving records are going to fall, but how much of that is offensive favor? Well, that too, like, baseball. There's the asterisk next to the number of home runs back when the record was Mantle, before it went to, or when it was, Maris, before it went to McGuire and then to Barry Bonds. The asterisk around the number of games. Now football has more games in a season. Yeah, the games change, and it's a shame the records fall, but it's really still fun to watch new records be set. Falconer's number 1 is the NBA. Then NHL, I'm a casual, says Falconer. Yevis! ¿Cómo está? How are you? Hey, what's poppin' crazes here over on YouTube? I'm sorry I missed you. And Chases Stew. And David Vu over there as well. Welcome. What's poppin' crazy? I've been thinking about it. I still want to get you on here to have a chat one day, and I'm really bad about planning things out in advance. I suck at that. I got to get better at it. But we're gonna make that happen here soon. I've got a few people I want to have on, so maybe a new series, an extra day chat or something around the digital collecting world, because I've made some really good contacts, not only within our community like Poppin' Craze. And there's people like Professor Josh and Poppin' Duo, Top Pops, people I'd like to have on that are within our community, but also I've been talking to people at Fanable and at VV and at all these other McFarlane Toys, a lot of people from different teams that I'd like to have on to have a discussion about their projects and what they're doing. I got a nice message after doing I did a keynote speech over the weekend at NFTopia. I hope a lot of you caught it. If you didn't, you might be able to catch what I said on the VOD from Consumer Break. But I think I'm going to record the whole thing as a new video to put on YouTube. And it wasn't just about what's the future of drop or what's the future of wax. In fact, I steered clear of talking about wax exclusively. I talked about it a little bit. But I talked about all these different projects that are out there, and I think I've had on blinders to stay on wax because it was comfortable to me. And as wax seems to slowly be deteriorating, and I don't mean it's going away, I just mean there's opportunities are changing, right? I think we need to be paying attention to the other platforms, the other blockchains, the other opportunities. I've been getting into Disney Pinnacle, and I do have a contact for their marketing lead at Dapper Labs. So who knows, I might be able to get them on for a conversation. That's the one I'll have to build up to. They're a little bit bigger. Great Pop Protector. Cheers, everyone. First time here. Tech always brings you up. Had to finally pop. Well, thank you for coming by. I appreciate you. Great Pop Protector. I might just call you Great. I'm sure no one's ever said don't call me Great. I don't think, Hey, what's up, Chuck? That'd be so cool. So much out there that it's hard to keep up. It is. I think there's plenty of great people out there. Like I was on Nerd Chat last week from Nerd Cave 77, which, by the way, if you're not subscribed to the Nerd Cave 77 newsletter, you should get in on it because they're putting out a weekly kind of highlight about what's going on in digital collectibles, and there's some really interesting information. Shrinosid. I'm trying to see what I could make out of that name. It almost looked like dinosaur backwards, but that's definitely not it. We'll just call you Shry. That's a tricky question. The question is today drop sought after? So with every one of these drops, I'm not paid by the folks at Drop, so I have no skin in the game other than they're nice enough to share my info and they give me a little bit of money for packs and stuff. So I say this to be fair, because I'm not here to bash them or Funko, but I look at every drop independently and I try to weigh is this drop going to sell out? Is it going to do well? Is the secondary market going to do well? Is the tertiary market, when we get the physical pops, is that going to do well? And with this one, if I had to quickly give you a synopsis in 10 seconds, in case you were ready to dart, I'd go, I don't know if it's highly sought after or even sought after. I think it could be if the right people saw it, right? One of the things that we have to deal with is we are working within the same kind of echo chamber or group of people over and over and over again. The number of people collecting the digital collectibles from Funko doesn't seem to be expanding very rapidly. And that's a problem. We need new blood in there, right? We need more people to see that Disney's in this. And we need more people who are Funko collectors to be accepting of the digital stuff so they can go, oh, there's a character I've always wanted, and this is a new mold, and I really got to get it. There's a lot of hurdles, and I talked about that in my keynote speech I did on Saturday. So again, the short version, Sarai and anyone else who's interested, is I don't know if this one's sought after. The initial feedback that I saw from watching Discord and Twitter and other places where there was comments after this one was announced was people weren't very excited. Well, those people are the vocal ones who are often negative. I don't take what they say and let it influence my decisions. But I do think it definitely has a indication of what the tertiary and the secondary and the tertiary market will look like, and it doesn't look super strong. I do really like that Funko and Drop backed off on the number of packs on this one, which is really, really good from a collector's standpoint. I'm always looking. The top thing is supply and demand, and the supply came down, even if the demand had been lower than you would have thought for something like this. If the supply comes down, that makes a pretty good formula for success. My opinion. David Vu says, my favorite definitely is NFL and college football. I love cheering for my alma mater. Baylor, nice. Of course, NASCAR. I'm NASCAR on Twitch after all. Baseball to follow after that. I mean, like what you like, right? We all get into it in different ways. My mother-in-law loves NASCAR. She's not from the South. I don't know where that came from, that she loves NASCAR, but she does. It's all relative. Disney is popular. So here's a comparison too. I was just talking about Disney Pinnacle, and the success of Disney Pinnacle over the last few months has been really impressive. I think large in part to the fact that they are expanding their audience through working with Disney Plus perks and the Disney app. You would go, duh, that should have happened in the first place, right? But Disney Pinnacle is run by a separate company, so they still have to treat the Disney platforms like advertising on them. It's not just handed to them that they get to do it automatically. Disney Pinnacle's been doing really well. Some of those pins are selling for big money in the secondary market. Over the weekend, there was a pin that sold for, I think, $4,000. Not to mention the one-of-ones that sold for 5 figures. But just a pin that was limited to like 199 pieces, mint number 1, sold for like $4,000 over the weekend. I think I always say this about the Funko and Drop stuff in that if the audience, or if and when the audience does expand and more people get interested in it and are accepting of it, which I think will happen over time, the prices on all of the previous NFT pops and the digital NFTs, the value will go up. Great Pop Protector says, no worries on the name. Haha, very kind to say. It's a pleasure. Today's drop, glad to see how low count on the packs for sure makes getting a pack, no matter the pull, that much more fun. See, you're coming into it with the right attitude, Pop Protector. Or I said I was going to call you Great. Great. You're coming into it with the right attitude. And you should. Don't if you've seen negativity or anger or, well, that's what you see is negativity and anger. Sadly, it's masking people's lack of understanding of the digital collectibles and the NFTs. And that would be okay if they just go, I don't understand, educate me, I'd like to learn. Instead, it's just stupid, it's dumb, I hate it, blah, 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 blah. We don't need that. We really don't need that. So I'm glad you're coming in with the right attitude. You can have fun with it. I'm here to answer questions. If you've never done it before, you've done it before, you just hadn't been here before. But if you have questions about anything, I'll share with you and be happy to answer questions. Run of the show for today is pretty simple. When we get a little bit closer to 11, we'll all log in and get our spots in line. You don't have to get into the queue early. For some reason, people panic and freak out and think they got to be in there. It makes no difference. As long as you're in there by 10:50, everybody gets shuffled up at 11. We'll go in, we'll buy packs. I'll open a pack or two. And then we'll start looking. As soon as that secondary market opens up, that's where I like to focus. And that's how do I complete my royalty sets. Royalty set or sets. When's the right time to buy the epics? Because what we want to do is buy those as low as possible. And usually on day one or within the first 24 hours, they hit a low that you don't see for a long time. I say usually, there's definitely exceptions to the rule, but we'll share all the info as we go on. Yeah, comics up. There you go. It doesn't matter to me. The comic, the queue opening up in 3 minutes or opening up anytime before 10:50 is about on par with when's the next delivery. I just wait and it happens, you know. Tech said, crazy. I just looked the other day and the Frontman Grail Pop is sold for about $1,100 to $1,200. PSA 10 is $6,000 asking. That is really good information. That is very strong. I like that. That it's actually sold for $1,100 to $1,200 and a PSA 10. This is getting into a new part of it. Have we seen a lot of PSA graded NFT pops? I have not. I have not been looking. Maybe they're out there. In fact, we should bring up eBay and take a little look-see in just what's going on out there. Let's look up NFT Funko, or we're not going to find it all because of the keywords. Funko Pop PSA. And let's just see what's out there. This is interesting stuff. Now, this is not selling price. Black numbers on eBay indicate what someone's asking. Anybody could type in any number there. This person putting up Popeye could have put $1 million in there, right? What we really need to look at, we come down to sold items, and we look at that. And let's look at any PSA graded. Look at this. Why is that showing up there? That's interesting. Why is this one showing up there? Wow. That one may not have PSA on it, but a dock sold for $250. That one's jumping up higher. I did not expect that. I don't see one PSA graded NFT pop sold. The only pops that are there that are NFTs are not graded. Let's try this. If we take out, instead of just putting in NFT, let's say we want NFT or legendary, which might get a little sticky with the new stuff, the way Pop's selling, or Funko is selling some of the exclusives. Grail, royalty, or ultra. Any of those words appears and shows up in sold. Aha, here we go. A PSA 8.5 Batman Azrael Grail, $227.50. Sold at auction. Auction is for buyers. Buy it now is for sellers. They left money on the table when they did that. If they had done it buy it now, they probably could have got a lot more. Same with the Huckleberry Hound, sold by the same person, clearly. A PSA 9, sold for $201 though, which is probably a lot more than that Huckleberry Hound would have sold for otherwise. Transformers, best offer accepted. We don't know how much it sold for. Don't quote me any websites that say what that offer was, because those are not accurate. I'll fight that to the very end. That might have sold for $1. Might have sold for $249.98. We don't know. So you don't count those. Oh, a TMNT Grail PSA 9 sold for $975. Wow, that's good. That's a really good number. So there is something in the grading, and I am going to be getting into that space here very soon. I'm working on some plans on how to best attack that. And I've got a ton of the NFT pops. I've got a bunch of grails. In fact, I just got via a trade, I got another of those Batman Azrael grails. So I have 2 of those now, and they're minty. They look really good. They look really good. Autumn's Toys, thank you for that sub. 62 months. Happy NF Tuesday to you as well. Thank you. I appreciate it. Darth Wacko, that Grail Star Killer LE750 has gotten crazy. A lot of 500 plus and some over $600 sold. It is crazy to me, but it's also really, really good because Professor Josh just did a nice video on YouTube that I found both educational and it was a good take on what's going on with the Funko NFTs and like maybe some things that they might think about focusing on. Or working on. They already have been focusing on and working on a lot of changes over the last year and a half, 18 months, that have benefited us as collectors. But one of those comparisons he made was NFT pops and like, what if those have been sold as the new, what do you call their new program? The new tiered pricing program? Do they have a name for that? I don't even know if they have a specific name for that, but that new pricing that they have where the lower quantity, more rare an item is, the more they sell for at retail, is very interesting. Tier pricing. Yeah, I think that's it. So like if the Batman Azrael, for example, 999 pieces have been sold, that would have gone for what, $49? I can't remember that chart. 39 or 49 bucks, whatever it is, right? Versus you bought a pack for $29.99 on the NFTs and you had a chance at it, but ultimately, how much would you have really had to pay to acquire it? And in the long run, it looks like Funko and Drop make more money on pack sales. Listen to my wording. More money on those pack sales than they do on just selling the pops directly through the new tier pricing. But that comes with extra costs, overhead, support, ongoing issues, et cetera, et cetera. So which one's working better? Are they comparing them side by side, or are these just two things that are going to continue on the path they've been going on? But I found that discussion very interesting, Professor Josh, and I wanted to think on it a little bit more and maybe talk about it here one day for sure. Limited editions is the tab they're on Funko's website. That's right. That is what it says at the top, which I guess it works, but it doesn't, because it says limited on a lot of pops that are sold at cons and through other retailers. And so it probably needs its own name. We could call it LE tier pricing, I think would be better for our conversations. Yeah, I put a lot of work into that video, probably 5 hours between prep, recording, and editing. Well, I think you pulled it together well, Professor Josh. Yeah, great job. Grail usually requires fan rewards points. So look at it that way too. It's not just the 49 or 50 bucks. It's the points also, and those points have value. So people are paying what, at least 75? I don't know how much you'd sell points for, but let's just say it's an additional 25 or 50 bucks worth of value. They're paying anywhere from $75 to $100 for those. So for it to flip for 5x at $500, I like it. If it starts happening for the NFTs too, I pay $29.99 on average for a legendary, let's say. No, I'd probably pay closer to $50 on average for a legendary. Every once in a while I score a grail. I would love to see that legendary going for $250. And we just saw one in Doc Brown. So maybe some of that is there, right? Great Pop Protector said tier/LE has had some hits. It has the big issue here in Canada since we are unable to participate for fan rewards. Oh, that's right. It's only been just begun, so hopefully they consider opening it up. So Professor Josh, much like I'm about to ask people for a little feedback, I don't know if you'd be open to this, and I'm certainly not telling you how to do anything, but I bet you're going to get some good feedback on that video, and there's a good piece to factor in. Canadians can participate in the NFT program. They cannot participate in the fan rewards, which ultimately keeps them from being able to access the new LE tier pricing. Right? So that's pretty interesting stuff. That's pretty interesting. Darth Wack, I was happy to dump 2,000 points and 50 bucks for a pop that instantly gained value of over $500. Yeah, I bet. If you got it, then you were happy to. Some LE have rolled out better overseas, a different way international. Oh, I saw that one Dragon Ball Z. Yeah, that's going for like 1,200 bucks now, or asking 1,200. I don't know if it's actually going for. JM over on Twitter, sorry for the delay. I was going through thoughts, but you said, do you think they should lower pack costs or increase odds on Legendary and Grails? I don't think they should change anything on that, personally. I think they've set a good foundation for the NFTs, the quantities. I like that they adjust the pack counts as they're trying to figure out what works for the community. I think, and this is, I'm always going to say this, and somebody's still going to take it out of context. This is not a dig at Funko. This is not a dig at Drop. I in no way intended that. I want to see them successful. And so if I'll frame it like this. If I were to have free reign, and I know they don't because they have barriers, money, bandwidth, boards to answer to, licensors. So there's a million reasons why they may not do these things, right? But if I had free reign to do whatever I wanted, the main thing I would do is build the user base. And I would do that through getting the licensors to share it as well. That'd be thing number one. I'm sure there's a reason that their hands are tied and they can't get Disney to share a drop like today on the Disney accounts. If they did, that would instantly show the NFTs to millions of new people who had not previously collected, and your user base would grow. But there's a reason why they're not able to. I've noticed my RAM is still spiking. Even using Firefox, there's a chance the stream may crash today. Let me see if there's anything else I can close. This is so irritating. Quit Discord. Quit Steam. It actually did it quicker than it normally does it when Chrome's running. Anything else I can close? Hopefully nothing I'm closing causes problems with the stream. So irritating. Got to figure it out. Do I have the drop site up? Yes, I do. But I'm not in the market or anything. You think that has something to do with it? Arizona sports fans, what's up? Pop and Duo says we may get a couple packs. LOL. With y'all's luck, come on, you buy them all. Geek Drifter, no, I don't stream on a Mac. I would like to be able to at times, but I have a PC that I bought in November, dedicated to streaming. I don't do anything else on it. No graphics work, no heavy programs. I'm literally just running like Discord, Spotify, browser. Meld Studios is my streaming software now, and it just, I can close YouTube over here, and I think I can close Twitter over here and leave the comments up. That may help. Nope, it's still rising. 15.7 out of 16 gig being used. I don't get it. Okay, it says Jam, then maybe cut down on the lead time between redemption and delivery. So yeah, that's been an ongoing conversation as well, and something that that Professor Josh brought up. They actually had been Funko and Drop had been decreasing the amount of time between the end of redemption and delivery. They couldn't go much lower because they're only going to manufacture the number of pops that are actually redeemed. Right? You get your redemption coin and you redeem it. If the original count on a legendary could have been 1,800, but only 900 were actually redeemed, well, good. They don't want to print 1,800 or make 1,800. They need to make 900 plus a little bit extra for damage and things like that. That makes perfect sense. Marketing. They should be marketing. They should be sending those to some influencers. That's a brilliant idea. I'll fight that to the very end for anybody that wants to fight that fight. But they can't go any shorter because they have a thing, the shipping. That was gonna sound like a sarcastic thing the way I was gonna say it. There is a 3-month, you won't believe this, but I can tell you from working there, this is how it works. When they order from the manufacturer, from the factory that puts them together, it takes 3 months to get them produced, boxed, shipped, and arrive at the port in Seattle for distribution. 3 months. Sometimes a little shorter, sometimes a little longer. Now, the next comment's going to be, well, what about all these other pops that have taken so long? Mistakes happen. Things happen. And those pops that have come in damaged or that came in and production was wrong, instead of dropping Funko sending these out, I think they smartly said no, tell the manufacturer redo them. Well, guess what? Unless they're willing to pay for the air shipping, which would bring them over very quickly, but is very expensive compared to putting them on a boat, they got to wait several more months for the fix to be sent over here. People are all angry they're not getting their pops in a as quickly as they'd want them. They're ignoring real world issues, or they don't seem to care about the real world issues. And I think Drop has been they've said, we got them, they're damaged. We can't get them to you any quicker. That doesn't seem to sit well with some people. They think, oh, just spend more money and make it happen and fix it. Well, they spend too much money and they don't have a business anymore. I understand some people get upset because there's a box damaged in shipping. Guess what? That's actually on the shipping company, not on Funko, unless something was done wrong at the distribution center. But that'd be good to give some to influencers to spread the word. With condition, influencers give them away in contests. That's not how that works either. I know I sound combative. I'm not trying to be. These are things that come up regularly. But there was like the Fluffy thing where they gave him a pop or two from Transformers before they came out. That is acceptable and makes perfect sense. If they're paying Fluffy to talk about it, they weren't even in that case. It was just on the shelf. But if they were paying an influencer to talk about it by giving them the pop, then is it even fair for them to ask them, like, here, we want to give you this thing, you talk about it, but also make sure you give the thing away? I don't think that's right. That's their payment. That's their payment. I just think I can see it through a different lens than most people because I've worked in that world before, and I think people are being a little unfair on their expectations of what Funko and Drop should be doing. And I think they're doing great. There are some missteps. They're working on it. Now, that Jam, I like that. One to keep, one to give away. That's good, too. I like that. I think that's pretty fair. I don't want it to make it sound like I'm just going to shoot down everything you say. That's not my goal here. I think what you're doing is echoing what a lot of people say, and a lot of people saying it definitely should bring attention to it, but that doesn't mean that necessarily has to be fixed the way people want it, right? No, you're fine, Jim. You're absolutely fine. You're bringing up good points, and we're doing it in a conversational method, which is great. You're not trying to be difficult. We're not fighting. Oh, Walking Miracle. Most of the comments I read are on Discord. When I do go, and like if there's a drop day, I'll go and I'll read them because I want to know what the opinion of the people is. Because sadly, or good, could be good or bad, the commentary on Discord, Twitter, Instagram, and anywhere else where the posts about the drop stuff are shared, there's a lot of negativity. There is some very good positivity in there as well. But I'd say that more often than not, it's a place where people air their grievances and share why they're upset and the way they think things should work. And a lot of other people don't comment, but they do read. And people assume those are facts. They assume that the people making the commentary have really thought through it and that they're right. And I'm here to tell you, a lot of times they are absolutely not right. They can have opinion. I think this mold on this character I don't like, or this character I don't think was a great choice. That's an opinion. That's fine. It's not fact. Facts about shipping and influencers and marketing and all that stuff, those are facts. Oh, I wasn't in any. Oh yeah. I'm seeing Jam's on Twitter, and I can't get the Twitter comments to come in over here, so I'll make sure to highlight the question. Sorry, I forgot about that. So far, I can't integrate Twitter down here. The new Twitter streaming thing is really, really cool, but it comes with a lot of limitations. I just like it because I like Twitter, and it's so easy just to go live. It's literally like 5-6 button clicks, and I'm going. Yeah, I'm not trying to be difficult. I just want to be the middle person between Drop and Funko. I'm on my own. They're not asking me to do this. They're not paying me to do this. These are my own opinions, but based on fact from the time that I worked there and in the industry, and then just honestly, just being a human being and understanding how the world works. They don't want to tick off fans. That's not their intention ever. Their intention is to create something cool, make the fans happy, and make money, and all those things need to happen, right? I don't think so, Darth Wacko. I don't think you have to have a minimum, but you may have to have Prime. May have to have a verified account. I do pay for a verified account. Oh, if I turn that on, that could be bad. I better get the fan and stuff instead. Yeah, Chuck, thank you. Yeah, Live AF Meld. I won one of the T-shirts. I'm excited about it. I already ordered it. Excited for him to come in. Jam says I'm new to NFT. Well, if you have any questions, I'm here to answer. I know I just went off this whole diatribe soapbox thing. Not my intention to ever be difficult, but my intention to educate goes far more than just cracking packs and getting legendaries and grails. There's a whole lot to this that I think Drop has done a wonderful job. And I'll say this again, this weekend, Saturday, I did a keynote speech at NFTopia, which was an online convention solely focused on digital collectibles. And they asked me to do a keynote speech on the future of NFTs. And instead of going, oh, here's what it's going to look like in 20 years, I took the approach of, hey, here's where we're at. And here's what we, the people, based on my years of doing this and research I did, here's what we, the people, want to see from NFTs and digital collectibles. And just to give you this might interest some people. Here's me in my keynote address. And here was my keys to success for NFT projects. I used Meld to do the whole presentation on Saturday, and I have access to this at any time to go back to, which I thought was pretty cool. And once I came up with the idea, I was like, oh, dope. I gotta keep this at my fingertips where we can access it at any time. Jam says, yeah, like Twitter over Twitch. Thoughts on blends of Freddy Franny only drops versus licenses. New to Funko and prefer license over Funko. Yeah, so I think one of the keys to success... Oh, thank you, Walking Merc. I appreciate it. One of the keys to success for the Funko project specifically is they have to balance what the people want, right? What the people want. And if you look at if you thought of a Venn diagram of the people that collect Funko and the people that collect digital Funko, i.e. drops from the packs and all that stuff, and the overlap is pretty significant. Then you'd have a third circle that would be like people who collect outside of Funko who are also collecting digital, and that overlap would be much smaller. So keep that in mind. The majority of your pool of collectors is already a Funko fan. And for Funko fans, the elusive Freddy as whatever pops, or Franny as whatever pops, or Proto in cosplay, whatever you want to call it, those are highly sought after. And so they run a pretty good balance of the characters that people really want to see, some that are new and different that haven't been made before, and then the Freddy, Franny, Proto royalty and or other. And I think they're doing a really good job with that balance. Sometimes they lean into projects that are completely Funko. Sometimes they lean into the ones, like you said, that are licensed. And I'm with you. I really like the licensed stuff as well. But they have to maintain a balance on each one of these. What I like about it, too, if you analyze it, is if you're just a collector who's part of that group that's not necessarily a Funko collector, and yet you want to get into drop a little bit, you buy packs. You can get a legendary, a grail, if it exists, an ultra. You can get those out of the packs, and you can be done. You can just get your stuff later on, and you get your pop. If you want to take the extra steps, you can complete the royalty set, which is often what leads to the Freddy, the Franny, or the Proto. So you actually have to go work a little harder to get those. Not in every case. If it's something like Funkoween or one of those that's mainly Funko focused, that's different. But it kind of makes sense with the makeup of their audience. What I was actually gonna get at was, and I missed the point when I was showing my keynote thing. I kind of did a breakdown of how I thought Drop and Funko were doing if we were to analyze them from a standpoint of here's all the things that projects in the future should have, and I feel like they're doing a lot of it. And if I were to do that same kind of grade checklist for other companies, I don't know if we'd see a lot matching that level of what Drop and Funko are doing, and they've been doing it for 4 years now. The first drop came out in August of 2021. We're in 4 years now. I didn't know that until I was doing my research. I thought we had just maybe a little over 3, but we're at 4 years now with the Funko NFTs since Drop 1 TMNT, and 4.5 years since they were first announced, and we all jumped into, hey, Funko's coming at us with the NFTs. Let's get ready. We started learning, and we've had a lot of fun ever since. Okay, I'm here to answer questions. Jam or anybody else that has questions, please, please, please drop them in the chat. I want to help you. I want everybody to be successful. If you're watching and lurking and you're not commenting, that's fine. You can do that. But you have an opportunity here to ask questions and get answers, and you normally will not get somebody that's doing that live. So please ask your questions. I don't care if I answered it 3,000 times before and you're going to be 3,001st. I'll answer it for you like it's the first time I've answered it. MVP Dylan, where can I find my wax address on my drop account to enter for the giveaway? So those are two things, MVP Dylan. If you're going to enter the giveaway over here, if you have a wax address, which you would get over on my cloud wallet, I'll drop that link for you. Just because you have a drop account does not mean you have a wax address. It sounds counterintuitive, but here's the link where you would sign up for a wax address. If you want the free NFT from me, you need to have a wax address. If you don't have a wax address and you only have a drop account, that's fine. Just fill out the drop section. You'll still be eligible to win from the community pack giveaways I'll be doing. You're welcome. You're welcome. Great question. Great Pop Protector said the logistics are definitely vast. I was shocked to see how quickly some arrived. Then there's been the unfortunate damages that delayed a few series. Stoked to see the numbered stickers soon. I already can tell you and I would be great friends. Great. No pun intended. Absolutely, you got your head screwed on right. You can see from the perspective of the creators and the producers. And when you can do that, it's going to make everything a lot less stressful for you. Side note, your drop/Coinbase videos helped me set up when I finally joined the revolution. Huge help. Thank you. You're welcome. You're absolutely welcome. Probably time to update those, but I'm glad they could be helpful to a select few. Haven't had a lot of views, but enough where I know it's helpful. So, Hey, Seraphin. Hello in Mexico. How are you now? Jam said, yeah, the output is amazing. This is on Twitter for those of you who can't see, but just the visibility is low. I hear more about NFT and drop from you and others like Josh more than Funko and drop. I, again, never looking to bash drop or Funko. I just know what it's like, and they are a project, one division within a very big company, right? And they're killing it in what they're doing. But one of the things I ran into when I was there doing marketing was we would take these wonderful ideas and the higher ups and the board would say, you can do it, but do it with no budget. Like literally, we did all of our social stuff, no budget. About the only time we ever got any kind of budget was to travel to conventions and do the conventions. But we didn't get like, oh, here, buy ads. Here's $100,000. That's how a lot of companies grow. Here is a money to buy all this stuff to do a big giveaway. We didn't get that. We had a room, we had some pops that we had access to. We could do giveaways and stuff. I imagine, I don't know this for sure, but I imagine the drop team is in the same situation where they're told, go out and be successful. There's no budget. That's probably how it's going. I'm guessing. They have not told me anything. So, all right, we got 5 minutes and 18 seconds left. If you've not already joined the queue, now is the time. I'm only joining on 2 browsers. You can join on multiple. Matter of fact, I'll open up an extra one here, and let's do this. If you would like to, you just can't open 2 tabs within the same browser. So you can't just hit the plus here, unless you have a special plugin, which some people do, but you can't do that. What you got to do is that whether you're in Chrome or Firefox or any other browser, open up a private window. Firefox, this one comes with a purple background to let me know I'm in a private window. Go to digital.funko.com. That's where you'll be going, or drop.io will also get you there. Oops, I forgot the other dot. Digital.funko.com. Good thing somebody hadn't set up a way to scam me from that. Go to join queue. You'll be asked to log in. I'm going to jump out of there just so you don't see my login info. I'll have to put in my authenticator code. Could not be more passionate about this. Use the 2-factor authentication. If you don't, you are opening yourself up to some real trouble down the road. If anybody gets your password, because chances are you use the same password on this site that you use on others, shame. But the 2-factor authentication will protect you. I see another question I'm going to answer, but let me finish this thought. You now see 2 tabs. These are 2 separate spots in line, and I can tell that by this Qt ID at the bottom. Make sure those 2 are unique, different. If they're the same, it's like you cloned yourself, and when you get to the front, they're going to go, well, there's 2 of the same person. Only you can get in. Only one. So make sure you have a separate Qt ID on each one. Wazow Skeeber said, hello, I have a doubt about I can use any wallet. Okay, thanks, but this wallet useless. So as far as the way drop works, you need to sign up for a drop wallet. Any funds that you want to store within that wallet to use on their secondary market to buy and sell NFTs or packs, not in the primary sale. I'll talk about that in just a second. But any funds you want to use to buy and sell stuff on the secondary market will have to be USDC. That is still stored within your drop account, but in a Solana wallet. I know that's confusing, but they had a system. That system went away. They worked with Solana to get that wallet there. So you would treat it just like a Solana wallet. If you bought some USDC on Coinbase and wanted to send it over to your Wax wallet, you would have to go within your Wax profile, find your Solana wallet, and have the money sent there. It's a little confusing, but it's the companies working with companies that integrate with and do other stuff, right? They don't want to be the guys holding the funds. They work with another company to do that. I feel like there are less packs than normal. There are, MVP Dylan. They did less packs on this one than they have in the past. They're always adjusting that. James Goldsberry on YouTube. I see Drop has you're on the site now. That's sweet. Yeah, like that. Very big shout out to Drop. God bless. I'm down at the bottom there. Be sure to check out community member Sully's Twitch stream, and there's my link right there for some live pack openings and general Drop Q&A. So that's why I'm here. I'm here to answer questions and help everybody. Thank you to the team at Drop. I've said for a long time, and I know they've come and watched the streams. I've said, Training, 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 education, education, education. And I think it's so important because there are a lot of people that have really simple questions that are really complex to answer. Really simple ideas that need to be relayed that can't necessarily be done through a simple text thing or an image. So I'm here to hold the hands and help you guys through it. Whatever the question, family friendly and appropriate, no cursing. I'm happy to help. Hey, what's up, Pedro? How are you? Jam says, where's the DP link for X users to enter the contest for pack? That's a great question. Let me paste that over for you. Let me paste that over for you. Sorry, I didn't do it already. That's on me. You will get to claim a free NFT from me and enter the giveaway. I'll be doing some community packs. There you go. I just shared it. Thank you, Jam, for asking that. I appreciate it. And I think Misty already put it over here. Let me pin it on YouTube. We got 40 seconds left, gang. 40 seconds left until this thing goes live. Best of luck to you. Somebody asked how many packs I'll be getting. I think I'm just going to get 2 for myself. And then, like I said, Drop was kind enough to give me some funds, so I'll buy some additional packs. And from those packs, we'll do some giveaways. I'm giving away, I don't know how much you're giving me. I'll give away at least 2 packs premium, maybe 3. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, now that free NFT you see up in the corner, that's for if you have a Wax wallet. You don't have to claim the free NFT. You don't have to have a Wax wallet. It's something I do every Tuesday. For those of you who are willing to learn and want to experiment and learn about the Wax blockchain, get the freebie, goes in your wallet. That's it. I'm not asking you to do anything else. That's it. So it's just a little freebie. But if you want to be entered in the giveaway, make sure you enter your Drop wallet. This today is a Drop exclusive, meaning the packs will be sold primarily in the same way as always, using your credit card, debit card, Google Pay, Apple Pay. I think all those are still supported. I'm sorry if they're not. You use those to buy your packs first. Then after you open them, or if you want to trade packs on the secondary market, buy and sell, you have that option on the Drop website only this time. Normally you can send them over to Wax if you want, not on this one. Okay, time is here. At any second, because it's been about 15, 20 seconds already, we're going to see how much time we have left in waiting. 4 minutes on this tab. You see the other one's still working? That doesn't even necessarily mean that'll be more than 4. I could go straight into the queue. And then I got 1 on my laptop as well. I end up with 3 windows open. This has 5 minutes. And let's see, that has 2. See? I don't know how that works, but it does. It's random. It puts you in when it puts you in. So what's going to happen in 2 minutes, we're going to get put in there. Because of the limitations they put on the people in front of us, everybody in line, you can only spend either like 60 or 120. I imagine it's 120 today, but I could be wrong. So that keeps people from buying up everything. Pop and stock! Good luck to you as well. Shan Yu is your favorite. That's a dope pop. I hope to pull it. I hope to pull the NFT for it. Okay, so we got 2 minutes, and now somehow we've evened out. We got 2 on each. We'll go in here in just a minute. We'll have our chance to buy our packs. There we go. 1 minute on that one. I think I'll just move this temporarily so it's out of my way. Less than a minute. I'm about to go in. Oh, Randy says there's a $240 limit today. That's new. That's new. Okay, I'm going into the queue to buy something to protect my own information. I'm going to jump back over here. Let's see. I'm going to add, just to test this. Normally, if you add 4 premium packs, that's the most you can add. Yep, it'll let me keep going. Wow. Crazy, man. Crazy. Let's see. I acknowledge that it's an exclusive. Keep that in mind. It is a Drop exclusive, which means you will not be able to transfer them to your Wax wallet. I'll continue. Okay, cool. Let me go ahead and buy these. And then I'm going to rejoin the queue. Actually, I have it on this window. I'll go back in here and I'm going to buy a couple more for me. Let's do that. Credit card. Don't want you to see that info. Not sure if mentioned, but only 7 epics in the set today. Whoa, not bad. Okay, get those. Good luck to you too. Great. All right, now we'll go to open packs, and I'll go back to where you guys can see what's going down. There we go. Okay, so I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 packs in total. Going to be able to give away at least the contents of total of 4 packs here to the community. I think I'll do at least 2 or 3 today, depending on how the luck falls, and then we'll do another one on Friday. So if you're here now and you got a jet or whatever, there'll be more opportunities on Friday. But today we'll do some giveaways. But first, I'm going to open a pack or 2 for myself, just so we can get into this thing and see how we're doing. I'm usually looking for something with a 7 or 5. This one's got both. Absolute Red Ranger, generous, and thank you to Drop. Thank you, Drop, and Funko for allowing us to do that. It's amazing. I wanted to create a better window experience that zoomed in more on this, but we'll stick with this for today. Okay, where's our pack for good luck? Where's my burning pack for good luck? We got to rub that. Let's see if the luck is back. We're rubbing the burning pack for good luck. And let's see if it does it. A little drum roll in the chat for me, please. Thank you, Punk, for kicking it off. Here we go. Premium pack number 1. Let's make sure the sound is on. Here we go. Always love the pack opening animation. Premium pack. All right, here we go. Rubbing that pack. First up, we got a rare Shan Yu. Not the one that gets us the pop, but a key part of the royalty set. Notice no Circle C, no TM, no nothing. Okay, next up we got a common Franny Funko as Maleficent. I have not looked at all the NFTs on this one, so this is going to be fun to see these as we go. That is a common, number 2461. All right, next up we got a uncommon Franny Funko as Maleficent 559. You do, Megd? I like that. Thank you. Thank you. Uncommon Gaston 1574. I think that was the exact number of this pack. Interesting. Hey, let's go! Legendary Shan Yu! Yeah, baby, let's go. The luck might be there today. Yeah, what'd I say? McD, we're not even done. We're only 5 NFTs into this thing. Let's go. I love it. All right, next up. Whew. Common, Ursula with Eels, 758. Rare Shan Yu, 2942. Common Gaston, 3442. Ooh, I like the lighting on that one. Look at that. The lighting is moving around the pop. I like that. And there's a little bit of a green hue coming off of the lighting as well. That's really cool. Hey, FN Peachy, thank you for the follow. Ooh, we got our first epic of the day. Epic Scar, number 502. You can just feel the anger off that guy. All right. How about an uncommon Shan Yu, number 2126? Uncommon Evil Queen, number 140. Common Cruella de Vil, number 1229. Yeah, that Scar is sick. I really like it. St. Keith got the Grail. Congratulations. What? Shan who? Shan Yu. I like that. My money is on the Scar Epic to be the one that shoots high. There's almost always one, right? Missy said first pack open and 2 legendary Big Bad Wolf. No, in one pack? Y'all's luck is crazy. Okay, next one. Common Gaston, 4676. I had an accidental call from Kelly. I was going to check and see if it was an emergency or something, but we're good. I do need to reply real quick. Okay. Next up. Uncommon Big Bad Wolf number 900. I like those, like the low mint numbers, but also just the nice even numbers like that. Number 900. Next up. Common Evil Queen, 4898. And we have maybe one, unless there's a bonus slot. Uncommon Evil Queen, 1094. View all. Not a bad pack. We got a legendary and an epic. Legendary Shan Yu, epic Scar. We got a few rares, we got a few commons, a few uncommons. That's a great balance of a pack, personally, I think. If you're spending $29.99 for a pack, this is a win right here, because I think you got at least a $30 Shan Yu item there. Maybe not right now, maybe not even on the secondary market, but eventually when it's in hand. And then Scar, if there's only 7 epics, that's probably at least a $7 to $10 epic. We'll see how it does. Okay, let's hit done. Now, for those of you who don't know, you have the radar, as I call it, the collection tracker up here at the top. You can see it above me. I'm moving the mouse. It looks like a sonar or radar. You just click on that, and we can come over and we can go to our tracker, which tells us for this, Disney Villains, if you want a royalty set, you need to collect all the commons, the uncommons, the rares, and the epics. And in total, we've got 7, 16, 28, is that 53? No, 43. 43 total NFTs. This is a relatively small set, right? Normally, it's over 50. We've gone as high as over 100 before. So there's not that many cards, which is pretty shocking. Maybe that's why there were so few packs, right? Savage, yeah, I got a legendary Shan Yu, which I'm very excited about, number 640. So now you'll notice what I was just saying about the royalty set. If you wanted to complete the royalty set, which would give you the chance to pull, oh, I'm in the private tab. Maybe let me jump out of here and go back to this one. Back here on the learn more, and then the physical redemptions. If you want to get the royalty set, which for this one is Franny Funko as Maleficent, you've got to complete the royalty of the set of having one of every common, uncommon, rare, and epic. And in this case, like I said, it's 43 total NFTs. I already got a few of the commons. You can see those highlighted. The colors are bright. The ones that are dimmed out with the double card means I don't have that one yet. I need to add it. It's a nice little checklist option that's interactive. As soon as I buy one, if I went on the secondary market right now, if I could, and I bought one, it would instantly show in my wallet and it'd be golden. Then I just need to collect all of them to fill this out to 100, and then that gets me a redeemable royalty set, assuming I hold them all and follow all the instructions, which is very, very simple. Not complicated at all. Just takes a little time. The epics are where it's at. Epics are usually the gateway between you getting the royalty set or not, right? They're the ones that are going to be a little harder to get because there's less of them. For each of these epics, there are only, let's scroll down and look at the number, 2,200. Versus, for each rare, there are 3,300. For each uncommon, there are 4,100. And for each common, there are 6,207. Big numbers, right? So the epics are going to be the most difficult to get, and therefore are usually going to be the most expensive on the secondary market. Right now, there are no numbers below any of these. Those numbers, even when they do show, do not represent value. They simply represent what the lowest asking price is on the secondary market. So once the market opens up, which is usually about 30 minutes to 40 minutes after the drop goes live, or after a sellout, they always wait a little while. I'm not 100% sure why, but we know that's the rule. That's what they do. So cool. Once they start going live, we're going to want to try to fill in those missing epics. And normally my goal is to, okay, I'm looking at how many there are. How much do I think that they'll be? And I want to get them as low as possible, right? What happens is usually they go on sale. There's a little spike, an immediate drop. People try to race to sell them as quick as they can. And then the price either goes back up significantly or goes up a little and kind of levels out. Falconer's got 2 grails. Let's go, Falconer. Darth Wacko got my token pack. Epic Scar, no redeemables, royalty, here I come. There you go. That's the right attitude. Oh, nice, Misty. You keep getting more Big Bad Wolves. That's awesome. But what we're trying to do today, as soon as that market opens, we want to keep a close eye on those epics, and we want to try to scoop them up at the right price. The right price? What do we know? Where is that? What is that? Usually, I want to get them at under 7, and if I'm real lucky, I'll get them at under 5. But there's only 7 epics today. I feel like these might hold a little higher. On the flip side, it's not a Freddy as, it's a Franny as. And then traditionally, when it's a Franny or a Proto as the royalty value, the set, doesn't go as high. So I bet we could get these around 5 apiece. Here the Revenge says 7 epics, $70 royalty, probably 8 to 12 says Here the Revenge. I'm thinking we might hit like a $50 to $60 royalty today. We'll see. Lindsay Blackman, what's up? How are you now? I'm looking to see if there's any other comments. Arizona Sports Fan says, bought 10 premiums. Can't open any until granddaughter comes over this weekend. Oh, wow. Oh, that's going to be tough. Walking Miracle got 3 Shan Yus. Wow. Falconer got 2 Grails. And sounds like Misty Liz got... Oh, let's see. I just see the tweet coming in here. She's nothing but big bad wolves. How many did you get, Misty? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She got 5 big bad wolves. That's crazy. And none of them are like a super low mint number. You'll be doing some trading, I imagine. Pop and Duo says, I agree, $50 to $60 royalty. Miss Fancy Cherry says, out of 3 packs, I got 2 Legendary, the Grail, and 5 Epic. Done. You're done. Just walk away. You won. You got to get it. Pickle Rick, thank you so much. Our friend Bruce Wayne got me this from Disney. We scare because we care. The new Halloween for 2025 Disney California Adventure shirt. So I'm gonna open another pack, and then we'll start getting into. Hopefully, the markets can open. We will be getting into our community pack here shortly. For anybody that's just joining, I've got a free NFT. You just have to visit the form that I have by typing in on Twitch !free NFT, or it's pinned on Twitter or on YouTube, and it's on Twitter. You just go fill out that form. If you want my free NFT, which is on the Wax blockchain, put in your Wax address. You don't have to. If you want to be entered in to win from the community packs that we're going to open shortly, which means we'll open the pack and the contents will go out to you guys. I'll pick names at random and you'll get a slot. If yours is slot 4 and on slot 4 I pull a Grail, you get a Grail. It's happened before, right? If you want to be eligible for that, follow the instructions, go to the form, fill out the form, and make sure you copy and paste your .dp address. If you type in your .dp address and it's wrong, I can't send it to you, and therefore it's forfeit. If you type it wrong, that's on you. I'm sorry. I have had that happen before. I put warnings everywhere. Copy and paste, copy and paste, copy and paste, and then people don't do it. So I'm not going to track you down. You either do it or you don't get it. It's that simple. All right, let me open another pack. And let's see if we have some more luck. We'll follow the same procedure with the lucky pack. I'm going to open... I'm liking this one with ends at a 5. My dream is still to pull a 101. One day, I'd love to pull a 101. Let's rub this for good luck. Red Ranger's feeling it. Falconer says, open my 4th premium and got both legendaries. Gonna quit there. Wow. You opened 4 packs. You got 2 Grails and both legendaries. Yeah, you need to retire. Always glad to help the community get Disney stuff. I got a premium pack from this drop and scored a Shan Yu. Looking to trade it for a big bad wolf. Talk to Misty. Liz has got 5 big bad wolves. Maybe she wants a Shan Yu. I don't know. All right, here we go. I saw some drum rolls. Thank you, Funko Addict Tech. I appreciate you. 8 premiums, nothing. I'll take a little. Oh, Pop and Stock. You went so quick, Pop and Stock. Premiums are sold out. Let's go. We might have a sellout on our hands. That would be dope. Okay, here we go. First up, we got the Uncommon Evil Queen 2802. I like this reveal sketch thing. This is cool, the artwork there. Too many people fly through these and don't appreciate the art, in my opinion. I think the NFTs are very cool, and they are one of the main reasons I'm collecting. It's not all about the physical pops. We got another Uncommon, this time Cruella de Vil, number 1274, with that same sketch card look. How about a rare Shan Yu, number 1074? Oh, nice here, the Revenge. Only 5,000 standards left. They'll probably start selling. We'll see. Let's see what the secondary market does. How about a second rare Shan Yu, number 1027? By the way, if anybody sees the secondary market open, the numbers start appearing under there, please let me know. Jam says, very easy process, learning so much today on Twitter. Thank you. Thank you for calling that out. Again, if you have any questions, drop them. Happy to help. Happy to help. How about an Uncommon Nessus, number 1903? Kind of looks like my dog when the dog got wet. Like when you're giving the dog a bath and the ears are back. Kind of looks like the dog. Epic Scar, number 2 for me, number 398. I hope whoever said that's going to be the one that goes up, you're right. Uncommon Ursula with eels, number 3791. I like the lighting on that one too. She's like back in the void a little bit with the dark shadow coming over the top of her. Uncommon Shan Yu, number 1931. There's Charlie. Great Pop Protector says, cheers to the luck so far. Everyone is reporting, wow. It's amazing what happens in here week in, week out. Great. It's crazy the luck some people have. How about a rare Scar, number 2241? Come on, Legendary or Grail. I'd really love the Grail. Uncommon Shan Yu, number 2801. Oh, Miss Fancy Cherry. Always too kind. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You really, really don't have to do that, but I appreciate it. Rare Evil Queen, 2633. Uncommon Gaston, 891. Uncommon Franny Funko as Maleficent, number 4032. I do like the art on that a lot. Maleficent's such a great character. Hillary, that I used to work with at Funko, wonderful human being. She collected all Maleficent, and her desk was just all Maleficent. It was she had so many cool pieces. Common Franny Funko as Maleficent, number 6057. There's a couple of my lucky numbers in there. Monster Pete Pedro said, I got duplicate Ursula with eels animated. I want to trade for Evil Queen or Franny Funko as Maleficent. Anyone. There you go. Are those what rarity are those, Monster Pete? Are those epics? That's a key thing for the trade there. And I guess I'd say include your wallet, but the trades don't work that way on drop. So yeah, y'all need to coordinate through DMs or something. Yo, what Tanner? How you doing, bud? $60 for 3 rares. I'm putting myself in drop timeout. You had that amazing luck streak though, so can't win them all, but the luck will turn around. Are you Savage? Oh, yeah. We have to ask Hillary if she has a photo of her desk from back in the day. I bet she does. Jasp! Hold up. For the first time in months, I can't be here when the drop starts and the premium sells out. Yeah. Jasp, I think we learned a valuable lesson today, and that's you need to stay away. You need to not be here. I'm just kidding. Tanner said those Rokus took every ounce of luck. I've been pretty rough since then. Well, I think in the long run, it'll all balance, right? But Chuck said I got 8 premiums and 4,432 standard. Oh, that's not how many you bought. That's how many are left. MVP Dylan's only missing 1 epic. Congratulations. Good luck on getting that one. Finish my pack here. Uncommon Big Bad Wolf, number 679. Rare Ursula with eels, number 125. And maybe my last card? Uncommon Cruella de Vil, number 293. Yeah, there's no bonus card in this one. No redeemables in this one. I got a couple rares and epic. Actually, make that 4 rares, 5 rares and an epic. So let's see where we're at on our tracker. All right, so I'm sitting at 2 scars out of the 7 epics. 5 rares. I got 3 of the Shan Yu. Got the uncommons, all of them. Probably thanks to my pack rips and Miss Fancy Cherry, and I'm at 13 of the 15 commons. This is I need more epics. We still don't have any numbers underneath, meaning that the secondary market is not open yet. So let's click on the now. Here's where I need to make a decision. Do I rip or hold? I think I'm going to hold and not rip anymore. A thing I like to do is to hold packs and see what happens on the market. Sometimes it works out where I can sell a pack or 2 and make enough money that really helps offset my costs on the drop. I don't do that right away. I hold it for a long time. If the packs don't really do much, I end up opening them, and it might be a win, it might not. But I'm holding some of these premium packs for our community giveaways. So I'm going to hold off on opening any more for myself, and we'll start setting up for our first community pack giveaway. But what we want to keep an eye on, and I need y'all's help, second that secondary market opens, let me know. As soon as anybody starts seeing those numbers below, so we can hone in on the epics, and I'm going to try to buy those with my USDC to fill in the blanks. I'm only worried about epics today. You can do whatever you want. My word of advice to you is don't worry about the commons, uncommons, and rares. Unless you just have like that OCD need to get it done. Worry about the epics. That needs to be your main focus. And spending time on that today could save you a few bucks. Could save you 10, 20, 30 bucks by being smart about when you buy. So pay attention and hang out. We're going to do our first community pack. For this one, I'm strictly going to pull names from this list. But when we get to our second and then our third pack to give away, I am going to pull a few people from Twitter. Not from being in the comments over on Twitter, but for sharing my stream today. There was a tweet that went out yesterday. Actually, let's do this. Let's take my live on Twitter. Here's the post for it right here. I'm going to drop this in all 3 channels. And if you'll go retweet that, or repost is the terminology they're using now. Retweet or repost. That's all you have to do. But if you'd also like it and leave a comment, I would appreciate it. When I go to do the 2nd and 3rd premium pack, community pack giveaway, we'll pick 3 or 4 names that did the repost. Because I can easily see that. You don't have to quote tweet it, just repost it, and that'll be your entry. But for this first one, let me go back to here. For the first one, I'm going to look at the form that you guys have filled out, and I'm going to pull some names. Right now, we've got just 77 people have filled it out. And I bet I didn't get a .dp address from all of them, so you're within good company. We're going to pick 17 people, because it's a premium pack, which gives us 17 NFTs. And I will give away all 17 of the NFTs. There is one little exception, and that there is a bonus item in the pack, which is usually at the very beginning or at the very end. That would be a coin or a one-of-one NFT. Either one of those, I keep. That's the only caveat. But any grails, legendaries, epics, all that stuff, given out to you guys. Let's see. Great said I had not hit a grail since Opposite Freddy. Opened 2 standard, got a Shan Yu from 1, got 1 premium, and 1 Big Bad Wolf and Nessus. Huge Hercules fan, so that's you. Nice, congratulations. That is amazing. Truth, what's up? Welcome back to Twitter. And Jam said, do you think that is something Drop could do in the future? Trade portal where people post cards and what they're looking for from set and trade. I think it's possible, but and they've not told me anything on this. I've never asked. My gut tells me that a trade platform does not benefit them in any way financially, and therefore I don't think that they'll focus on it. Having said that, I think it is a nice premium service that most people would like to see and would see it overall as beneficial to the platform and would be probably a smart move to put into play. But you can buy and sell. When you buy and sell, they get a little percentage of the action that they wouldn't get in a trade. If they could figure out a way to do a trade and also make a little money in the process, I think absolutely. Here the Revenge, I guess this is via Discord. It's not on their roadmap from Patrick at Drop. There you go. Comic Zombie says, no grail for me, but I went light and I got 2 legendaries. Congratulations, bud. That's awesome. Junior since 82 got a grail. Let's go, Junior. Yeah, Uga, that's kind of, I think something like that would make sense. Or offer it as something, trades are available if you're using like the premium option and have a small service fee, like a monthly $1.99. I know some people immediately cringed at that. Maybe it comes with other features as well. Maybe for $1.99 you can do trades, and you can also be entered to win a monthly giveaway, and I don't know. I'm just spitballing here. Maybe it's a bad idea, but... Junior says 2 drops in a row for me for grails. Before that was like 7 drops. Nope. Keep the faith. Exactly. Okay, I'm going to organize our spreadsheet here. I have to just get the .dp addresses here. So data, sort, range, advanced. I'm not going to show you the information that people have entered on screen because I don't want to blast people's email addresses or anything in that, but we will build a spreadsheet, and you'll be able to see the names that I'm picking and putting on the list to know that it's all on the up and up. It's all fair. We're going to sort by drop wallet address, A to Z. There we go. Okay, so what I have here now is 69 line items. There is no number 1 because that's the header. So we're picking a number between 2 and 69 as I fill out a sheet. And I think I have one already created that I can just shell and reuse. What am I looking for? What was the last one that we did a giveaway for? This was pre-SDCC. What was the last drop? How can I not even remember that right now? Total blank. Thundercats. That felt like Thundercats was longer ago. Thundercats community packs. Here we go. I'm going to make a duplicate of this. And we're going to call this Villains Community Packs. All right. Don't need these now. I can shell this information. Also, do not enter multiple times. If I find out anybody entered multiple times, you will forfeit all prizes. Somebody did that last time. They entered 5 times. That's not how this works. That is not how this works. Okay, go to this, and we'll zoom in a little bit so you guys can see. All right. Boom. Boom, boom. And then let me just... I really should have this prepped in advance. Sorry, gang. Okay, these are all going to be from the form. 17 slots in this one are all going to be for the people that fill out the form. You cannot win, for this one, you cannot win multiple slots. 17 unique people are going to happen here. You cannot win multiple slots. I'm going to go ahead and put that, say that up front. Do I have this sorted still? I do. Oh, we got a couple new addresses in. So let me sort this again. Sorry, gang. Want to keep it fair. We keeping an eye on the secondary market. Has it opened yet? Yep, there we go. Here the revenge says Mark's open in about a minute. Perfect. Thank you. Okay, now we're up to 71. So let's start filling this out. Once the market's open, we'll take a little pause, then we'll come back. Give me a random number between 2 and 71. Oops, turn the volume up. Number 66 was first, and that is Darth Wacko. Let's go, Darth Wacko. All right, I'll put your name in there. Got your wallet, just like this, because it's already in the form. And then this next section will be, as we open the pack, we'll put the name of the NFT and the mint number so I know how to distribute it. Let's do this again. Give me a random number between 2 and 71. 64. Where's the audio? Why are you not speaky? 64 is Karma Savage. Congratulations, Karma. And put yours in there. Okay. Give me a random number between 2 and 71.
2 and 71 is 34.
There we go. I got the volume situation fixed. 34 is KT Maudib. The beauty of the way is I sorted this, if anybody did multiple, I will catch it instantly. Give me a random number between 2 and 71.
A random number
thank you.
between 2 and 71 is 26.
All right, that was Liz Misty. Let's go, Liz Misty. She needs a big bad wolf. She's really hurting for the big bad wolves. Okay, let's take a moment and pop out to the. We'll come back to this. We're gonna get this pack all given away. Make sure you've entered your information into the form to claim your free NFT, or at least get me your .dp address. Let's refresh this page. Now, once again, before we dive into this from a learning standpoint, you're going to see some numbers under some of these. The market is fresh, it just opened. There aren't going to be listings for everything yet. That number is not the value. That number is the lowest asking price, and it's going to fluctuate a lot here on day one. After today, in upcoming weeks, you have 120 days to collect all these, right, before the snapshot, which I can explain further if anybody needs. They're going to fluctuate less each day, but today it's going to be wild. I don't care about commons, uncommons, or rares. If I'm you, don't worry about it. Epics today only. And right off the bat, Scar's the lowest one. Look at this, $40 for Ursula. Nobody's paying $40 for Ursula. That's what I'm talking about. Anybody can put any number they want in. But as these come up, we can refresh. We got 6, 750, 899 from left to right. It's already changing quickly. My goal, again, is to get these under 7 at least, but if I can get them under 5, honestly, 550 seems like a good number. I'm going to jump on it. Oop. Oh, no, so I'm on a new browser. I got to reconnect my wallet. 1 second. I knew something was going to cause me to slow down. Okay. Go back to that. So when you buy lowest listing, it's going to get you the lowest thing put in your cart, but that's going to rapidly change. See, that says $6, not $5.50. So keep an eye on that. Be very careful. I'm not going to buy that one. Instead, what I'm going to do is go to view all listings, and I'm going to look at this. Right now, I can grab one at $5.90, but this is rapidly changing. I can hit the refresh button there. Every few seconds. Don't hammer it. Don't sit there and repeatedly hammer it. You might get banned from the site or temporarily blocked. but you can refresh it every few seconds, and you can look for when you see a number you really like. $5.89 I'm not mad about. If I want to buy it, I click it. Somebody's already bought that one. It happens quick. Don't worry. Just keep trying. I'm going to refresh again here and there. Red Ranger says $3.99. What are you finding at $3.99? Let's back out, take a look at all of them again. There's a $5 one I'd like to have. Let me try buy lowest. It's already at $5.80, $5.99. Honestly, I'm not mad about that. I'm going to scoop it. I think at under 6, I'm still winning. I don't think anybody could ever see my pin, but just in case. Okay, so I got that one, and you'll notice instantly that went from the 2 missing to filled in and brightly colored to indicate I have it. I'm looking $4.50. I already have 2 of those. If I'm you though, if you can pick up duplicates at a really good price, it may not hurt you. That one went from 5 to 7, and luckily there's a price warning. I'm not gonna buy it at 7. I'm gonna wait. So I'm gonna say view all listings. $4.50. Can I get it? That would be dope. Nope. There's a wild disparity in the way people go about this, and I cannot get over the fact that some people will immediately start selling at like $4 and $5 without even giving the market a chance to set itself. $5.50 I'd like. $5.50 I'd like. $5.80 I would take. They're selling quick at under $6. There we go. I got it at $5.80. I'm gonna take it. Dan Asker, what's up, baby? How are you? My goal here is to complete at least 1 royalty set and hopefully get a few duplicates. I would like to get 2 royalty sets completed. That's usually my goal at a fair price. Because it's a franny, I don't want to pay a whole lot. I'll buy that at $5.45. If I end up with a few duplicates and not 2 complete full sets, I may decide whether or not to sell those in the future or just hold on to them and see if I can complete a second set later. But we're letting the market set itself right now. Here's the rule I play by, and I've not played by it before and it's failed me. If I skip out on one at say $6, let's say at $6, I'm like debating it. If it goes to 5 or even 4, I'm out $1 or $2. If I skip that one at 6 and then it goes to $12 or $20, which has happened, I'm out a lot more. So I would rather err on taking a chance at $5 or $6 than waiting too long and they shoot up to 12 or 20 bucks. I don't think we've ever seen many go below $3. So even if I bought these at 6 and they went to 3, I'm out $3 temporarily. I think by the time I get the physical pop in, if I were ever to sell it, I'll still make my money back. So I'm happy with that. But you got to play the way you want to play, right? This is just a little bit of advice, not financial advice, just how I approach it. All right, now I only need 2 more to fill in my epic set, and I still have $50. I'm going to go view all listings here and refresh this a little bit and see if these come down. But they are selling really quickly at under 6. Yeah, right, Red Ranger? And that happens. That tells you a lot about the actual response from fans. The fact that the premium sold out so fast and the standards are selling out pretty quick means this market's going to jump a little bit more too, because people are like, oh snap, if these packs sell out, I don't have a chance to just buy a pack at retail and fill in the blanks. So we might be seeing the epics go up a little higher than we originally expected because of that almost sellout that we have right now. Anybody got an update on the packs situation? Because if those packs sell out, we're going to see these epics most likely jump up. $6. Can I get it at 6? I'll take it at 6. That'll complete my first royalty set. Professor Josh, do you think it helped that they let people buy higher amounts? I think it could factor in. I wouldn't call it the main factor, but I think it could definitely factor in. I think the main factor is you've got Disney license, unique molds, less packs. I think those are all really strong indicators of a potential sellout. Only 1,584 standard. I think it's safe to say we're going to have a sellout on our hands. Even if we don't, we're going to come real close. So these numbers, if it follows the pattern of previous drops, once it sells out, the epics will probably start to rise. Probably. There's no guarantee. I'm going to go ahead and pick up a few more while I can. Yeah, very true. Very true, Professor Josh. But I'm not saying Disney's a reason it's done well because of the history. I'm saying Disney is a reason it's going to do well because just in general, Disney covers a lot of ground with a lot of fans. And maybe this is the one where we finally go, oh, the other Disney fans are coming in now. And specifically, Disney Villains is a very popular license. And we are getting close to Halloween. That's a really good point, Ameko. A really good point. I actually have the full set of epics now. I'm just looking on possibly completing another set. So I'm trying to get them cheap. There's a $5 Ursula. Oh, no, that went away real quick. Wait, I'm going to try anyway. You just never know. Maybe somebody else added it to their cart to purchase it. And $4.50, can I get that? Oh, why would you do that? And thank you. I am always amazed at what people are selling at. They're just like, hurry, just get it out there. Like, whoa, slow down, buddy. Why are you giving up money? I think, Professor Josh says, I think keep it much lower in packs was super smart for them. Will they regret it if they could have sold more? It's a catch-22, right? Like, a sellout means you might have left something on the table, but a sellout also gets people fired up about the next one, right? The next time there's a drop, people are like, ooh, can I hesitate or do I got to get in now? Maybe I can't hesitate. I got to move. It's probably the equivalent of, oh, look, that club there has a big line out the door. That's a good indication that this is the club I want to go to, right? That philosophy is something that Brian Mariotti always bought into. He's like, we want a line. A line looks good. Make sure there's a line. And he did that again this year with Thrilljoy. Look, all these are sold at under 6. Somebody's scooping fast. Somebody's scooping real fast. The Grail's going for $130. I didn't even look. I always forget to look at that, honestly. That's fantastic. Oops, I backed up one too many. Any questions? Does this make sense to everybody? What we're doing here? Why we're focusing on this? Oh, $4.99 on Nessus. Can I get it? Oh, it jumped to $5.99. That's not horrible. But I'll keep an eye on it. It would be nice if this updated where you didn't get these, they're unavailable. But I don't know technically what's possible, what's not. $4.99 and $5. Oops. Oh, worked out good. Somebody sold at $4.80. So I'm getting most of them at between 5 and 6 on average. Yo, Funko Fan 34, what's happening? We're almost sellout on this drop. A lot of people did not think it would happen, but we're almost there. So if you were interested in getting in on this one, better grab up those packs while you can. Oh, it actually went lower. It was $5.65. Now it says $5.60. Odds are a little better to find the Grail with less packs since it's the same number of Grails. Curious what percentage change. I actually, at one point, I had a spreadsheet where I could calculate it. It's probably pretty negligible, probably pretty small, but yeah, there is probably a difference. Oh yeah, it's Hercules. Over under 1,000 packs left, 900 standards, says Randy C. Oh, Funko Fan 34, you had a good day? Did you pull the Grail, bud? Ah, $6. I'll take it. Red Ranger says, it's going to happen, guys. I only need one more. Another Gaston, and I got 2 royalty sets complete. I'm very happy with that. Misty said, hey, Sully, somebody is scoping the uncommons NFT to get them to sweeping. They're sweeping the floor. It won't hold. It won't hold. It's a temporary thing, and it's fun, and they think they might make some money, and maybe they will mathematically in the short term, but it won't hold because there's just too many uncommons. Somebody would have to be buying and holding literally thousands of commons to impact the market in that way. At least 500 or more. Hold on. Did I see Funko Fan 34 got 2? First pack had a legendary and 2 Grails? No, it did not. That's amazing, Funko fans. Congratulations. They got 2. That's amazing. I would be shaking. I'd be crying. All right, one more Gaston. We got to get back to our community pack giveaway. If you have not already filled out the form, !free NFT in Twitch, on YouTube and Twitter. The link is in the chat. Fill out the form. Make sure you get your .dp address in there at the very least. But also include your wax address if you want my free NFT. And we're going to watch this market now. We're having a sellout. Don't believe it unless it's recorded. I trust Funko Fan 34. He's a man of his word. I would vouch for him. I haven't even met him in person, and I would vouch for him. So it happened. It's legit. Wow, this one, Gaston is holding a little value. Could this be the one this time? And by that, for anybody who doesn't know, almost every single drop, there is one NFT that will hold and raise that value up. Right now, as it turns out, somebody was right. Scar went from being the cheapest one to the most expensive one. It's now sitting at $7.50 a piece. That could change within the next 5 minutes, or it could hold and Scar could end up being a $12 or $20 NFT in the next week or two. We don't know. All I know is I completed what my goal was, and that was to get my 2 epic sets done. The commons, uncommons, and rares, I'll be able to fill in for a couple of dollars. It'll be dirt cheap. It doesn't matter if Misty said somebody was messing with an uncommon, getting them to $1. Look it. There's one at $1 right in this Gaston. It doesn't really matter. Wait, that sounds like a raid. Funko Photo Lady with a raid. Let's go. And Dougie Fresh is in the house. Thank you. A Funko Photo Lady raid. Thank you, Falconer. This one has, we look at all the listings. No listings on the market. So someone is buying all of this Gaston. A lot of things have to happen in order for this to stay. But I don't think it's going to stay. Luckily, I already have 3. That's pretty sweet. If I wanted to, I could just try to sell some on the market. But most people know to just wait. You have, listen to me carefully for any newbies who might just be lurking. You have 120 days. 120 days to complete your royalty set. I've got a little graphic for you right there. Let's look at that real quick. Wrong thing moved. There we go. You got 120 days. Here's the timeline of events. Starting over with Pack Drop, that's today. You have 120 days in what I call the collection period to get to the snapshot. On the day of the snapshot, that's when they're going to literally look at every single NFT in every single wallet, specifically for Disney villains, and they're going to take a snapshot, meaning at that exact moment, the way it sits. If you try to make a move 5 minutes before, doesn't matter. It's just what you have at the snapshot point. If you make a move 30 seconds later, it doesn't matter because the snapshot's already been taken. And they'll give you a redemption token for any grails, legendaries, or royalty sets that you've completed, right? After that, you got 30 days with that coin. You can buy and sell the coin, do whatever you want. There's no more value in the legendary or grail NFTs for a physical pop. They still have a value on the secondary market because people want to collect them or they'll use them for Drop Arcade. But at that point, the redemption token is what has the value, and then you have 30 days until you have to turn those in that 30-day window. But that means for the 120 days here, you can buy commons, uncommons, rares, and epics. You can buy grails and legendaries if you want to acquire them without trying to pull them from a pack. But you have plenty of time. Do not feel like you have to finish things today, because if you're one of those people who's spending 90 cents or $1 on one of those Gastons, you're just throwing money to the wind. There's no way, unless that person wants to spend like thousands of dollars, they're going to be able to continue to hold the market because somebody, watch, it's going to change right now. Gaston, $1. If I click on it and go to, look, 10 cents. See? You don't have to panic. Do not panic. The only reason that you have to move quickly is those epics because there are less of those. The market is going to be impacted much greater by a bunch of sales or a lack of inventory to sell. Like Gaston is up to 774. It looks like the others are all coming up slightly. That pending sellout could be impacting things. Let the guy sweeping by mine. Okay, I'm sorry to hold everybody up. Let's get back to the community pack giveaway. I think we have a few additional. We have a few additional people who filled out the form, so let me readjust that. We're gonna format. Oh, data, sort range. We'll sort by our .dp address. Again, I'm not showing this on screen, not to do anything, no shenanigans. I'm just hiding people's personal information. We now have 80 people on the list, so lines 2 from 80 through 80 are eligible. Give me a random number between 2 and 80.
A random number between 2 and 80 is 70.
70, and that happens to be Arizona sports fans. Okay, give me a random number between 2 and 80.
A random number between 2 and 80 is 58.
I tell you, Dylan, I have a video for that. Let me get you a link. I have a video pre-recorded on that one. Pickle Rick is number 58. Let me get that link for you real quick, Dylan, so you can pop over and watch that while we're picking our winners. That is one of the trickier things to do, but luckily I had notes prepared and was able to do a good step-by-step with screens showing you on screen. Videos. Adding USDC to your drop wallet. We want using the Polygon method. Yep, that's the one. Let me get you this link. That's me. For Dylan. There you go. We sold out. We have a sellout. Let's go. Yes, this is great. That is great. Fantastic news, gang. Fantastic news. I love it. Just dropped that link in there for you, Dylan. Funko Photo Lady says, having trouble verifying my identity. Says contact support, so I'll need help finishing my set. Oh, no. Well, I hope you're able to get it all remedied here soon, Funko Photo Lady. Yeah, I definitely, if anybody is eligible or available to help Funko Photo Lady, I'm sure some of us will have some extra epics and stuff that we might be able to trade or do whatever to help you. Those prices are going up. They are going up, so yeah, move quick. I don't know what kind of bandwidth they have on drop day to help people with that, but hopefully they ramp up a little bit. TB420 sub with Prime, 50 months. Amazing. Thank you, TB420. All right, let's keep this train rolling. We're not even halfway through. I'm sorry I'm taking so long, gang. We're gonna get there. Give me a random number between 2 and 80.
A random number between 2 and 80 is 23.
For anybody just coming in, we're going to be doing our first community pack giveaway of the day. We'll be doing at least 3. You do not have to be here to be eligible. Oh, by the way, how funny. It's MVP Dylan. MVP Dylan just got this slot number 7. All right. I hope it's something great for you, my friend. You just asked about the video. What timing? Oh, you're having the same problem, RX? Dang, I'm sorry. Oh, Randy C, let's go! New What Cup. Oh man, they are really firing them off, aren't they? So exciting! I can't wait. I can't wait. Thank you so much for helping me with those, and for the amazing all the rares you helped me out with the other night on the digital drop stickers. I kept looking at them the last few days, just going, how generous! What an amazing person! Thank you, Randy C. That's so sweet of you. Give me a random number between 2 and 80.
A random number between 2 and 80 is 61.
So if you have not already, make sure you go exclamation point free NFT in the chat on Twitch. Check it. It's pinned on YouTube and it's in the chat over on Twitter. Make sure you fill out that form, not only to get my free NFT, but also to enter for a chance to win. Oh, we got Allie. Tarjaran Puma is the winner on slot 61. We're gonna be picking winners for a while. Only one. You can only win once per pack, per platform per pack. But so like Allie just won, she could win in pack 2 and she could win in pack 3. She might get all commons. She might get 3 legendaries. She might get 3 grails. We don't know. We haven't had that kind of luck lately, but maybe today's the day. Give me a random number between 2 and 80.
A random number between 2 and 80 is 6.
6. That is Sith or Jedi. Not to be confused with the other Jedi. We have 2 Jedis prominent in the chat always. Give me a random number between 2 and 80.
A random number between 2 and 80 is 45.
No way, Funko Photo. That's amazing. I can't wait to see the final stuffy, the tattoo, the Sully. Red Ranger. Red Ranger. That's so fun.
No problem.
Not you. All right, we're at slot 11. Let me make sure no new people have filled out the form. We might need to reconfigure my... Yeah, we have to reconfigure the sort. I got a few names in here that weren't in before. Format, data, range, blop, blop, blop. Drop address, A to Z, bam. All right, now we're going to line 82. Give me a random number between 2 and 82.
A random number between 2 and 82 is 40.
So I fight with this horrible assistant, and I fight with the Echo downstairs. The one downstairs will never hear me on the first try, and it's so frustrating. Justin, Nostalgia Corp, you just won a slot 11. Ooh, Kelly be jealous. And I think 11 was where I gave away the last legendary. I'm pretty sure the last legendary I pulled was in slot 11 for a community pack. Give me a random number between 2 and 82.
A random number between 2 and 82 is 35.
35. That is Ventronix with the most embarrassing wallet. Give me a random number between 2 and 82.
A random number between 2 and 82 is 52.
I am Weasel. Oh no, are you kidding me? That hurts. Monster Pete! Monster Pete is slot 52. All right, we got 1, 2, 3, 4 slots left. Give me a random number between 2 and 82.
A random number between 2 and 82 is 78.
I see what you did there, Fourth Curator. I see you. Shy Guy 0612. Shy Guy. All right, we got 3 more. Give me a random number between 2 and 82.
A random number between
50.
2 and 82 is 50.
50. Hear the revenge. I can't believe we haven't had a duplicate name come up yet. That's crazy. I feel like one week we had it happen like 6 times in a row. Let me make sure no new names have been entered. We do have 2 more. All right, well, let's fix this. You guys are... That's amazing. I love the list is building out. Okay, sort. We're up to 84 now. Is that right? Yeah. Give me a random number between 2 and 84.
A random number between 2 and 84 is 81.
81. Miss Fancy Cherry! Let's go. All right, 1 more random slot on this pack. We're going to be doing 2 more later today. Give me a random number between 2 and 84.
A random number between 2 and 84 is 51.
That's right, Darth Wacko, you're on there. You are slot 1. Congratulations on that. All right, Night Bodega rounds out. I don't think we have any duplicates on this one. Yeah, we're good to go. We got Darth Wacko, Savage, KT Maldeeb, Misty, Arizona Sports Fans, Pickle Rick, MVP Dylan, Tarjaran Puma, Sither Jedi, Red Ranger, Nostalgia Corp, Ventronix, Monster Pete, Shy Guy, Hear the Revenge, Miss Fancy Cherry, and Night Bodega. Let's get this list right over. Cha. Right there. We just need to see, and I'll zoom back out a little bit. We just need to see that, and then we'll bring this over here. Really? Firefox doesn't work the same way as Chrome. All right. We'll zero that back out. Let's go. All right, so let's take one more look at the Epic prices just for grins. I'm happy with my performance on that. Over $6 on everything. Just pretty good considered. On average, I paid under 6. And the Scar hovering between 750, 775 is the high one. Haven't looked at the legendaries. Big Bad Wolf 3250, Shan Yu 32, Nessus 130. These values are better than I think most people expected. And I did call Shan Yu at about $30 earlier, so I wasn't far off. We may see that settle down. We may see it spike up. We don't know. Let's get back to the packs. Let's open one for the community. We have our list of everybody who's going to get a slot here. And let me just tighten this up a little bit so we can see all the information. There you go. Okay. We're going to open a premium pack, and we're going to open the high number pack for the community. 7373. Drum roll already started by Funko Photo Lady. Let's do it. Do a drum roll. Even if you didn't win, show some love for your fellow nerds. I have to buy a legendary or grail card for after to change to a pot. Okay, oh, good question while you guys are drum rolling for me. So, Wazow kid? Wazow, I'll just call you Wazow. You either had to pull the legendary or grail from a pack, or you can buy it on the secondary market. That market we were just looking at, we were buying the epics. if you get one in your wallet, either by getting from a pack or from buying it, that will get you a physical pop as long as you're still holding it on snapshot day, which is 120 days from today. They will give you a redemption coin, and then you'll turn that in and give them your address, and they'll send you the pop. It's free if you live in the U.S. Will come with a shipping cost if you live outside the U.S. Hopefully that answered your question. If it didn't, let's circle back, and I'll help you understand that in a minute. Correct, Jam. If there's a sellout, that means no packs will be burned. The only time they ever burn packs is if they don't sell out and they've given the window of usually like 3 or 4 hours. Then they'll burn remaining packs that didn't sell. But for today, no burn packs, which is good for the future of the Funko NFTs. Not as good if you're one of the folks that got in and were holding, and now like the Grail instead of $999 might have been $600. I think it's all around. We want all sellouts. We want that to continue to be a thing, and it would be good for everybody, I think. Okay, here we go. We're opening pack 7373 for the community. Remember, the only thing I'll keep is if there's a bonus item. A coin or a one of one is mine. The rest, in order, starting with slot number 1, Darth Wacko, will go to you guys. Here we go. Slot 1, unless it's a bonus, will be for Darth Wacko. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1, Darth Wacko is getting an uncommon Cruella. We don't have to do the whole name. Number 1077. Okay. All right. That's a start. We want to go higher. I'm rubbing the pack. That would make sure on screen. Remember to do that on screen. I did Comic Zombie a lot. You weren't seeing it, but I did it. Next up for Savage, 28 Savage Days is getting a common Shan Yu. We went the wrong direction. Tell me I didn't rub the pack. Come on. It's not my first rodeo. I've done this at least twice. All right, next up, KT Maldeeb. KT Maldeeb, number 3. Oh, legendary Shan Yu! KT got the Shan Yu. Let's go. I love it. I love giving away legendaries. I'd like to give away a Grail. I'm having that Shan Yu luck today. Let's go. Congratulations. That's amazing. Next up, Misty, who probably wishes I had waited just one more slot. But you never know what this could be. This could be legendary or Grail too. Let's go. For Misty, we went back. We regressed. I'm so happy though. We got common Cruella 3743. All right, Arizona sports fans, here we go for you. Common Shan Yu. That was the Shan Yu luck. We're at 4 of 7. I'm sorry. 1, 2, 3 of 5. I don't even know what I'm doing. Common Shan Yu. That's crazy. 3 of 5 have been Shan Yu. All right, next up for Pickle Rick. Here we go. Pickle Rick, this one's for you. Oh, really, Red Ranger? Oh, yeah, for me. Yeah, you're right. It is back to back. We got a common Gaston, 5402. All right, let's keep going. MVP Dylan. I feel something good for MVP Dylan. This is it. This is the one right here. I mean, it's not bad. It's not as good as it could have been. A rare Cruella, number 155. Lucky 55. All right, Tarjaran Puma. This one's for you. Here we go. For Puma.dp. Common Gaston. Where's our Shan Yus? 1282. By the way, I send these either this afternoon or tomorrow morning. I don't send them in the stream. That would take too long. All right, Sith or Jedi, slot 9. This one's for you. Here you go. Uncommon Evil Queen. 1860. All right, next up, Red Ranger. Red Ranger in slot 10. A low mint number, though. Uncommon Cruella, number 43. All right. What year did 101 Dalmatians come out? That it wouldn't have been 1943, but some of the numbers are important. Like if you pull a number that aligns with when the movie came out, that might be something somebody's looking for. Oh, really, Darth Wag? I haven't pulled one yet either. All right, Justin, Nostalgia Corp, slot 11. This would be Kelly's slot. You stole it. Here we go. Oh, Common Nessus. Number 1252. That's all right. More chances await. Ventra Nix, slot 12. Here you go, Ventra. Uncommon Evil Queen. 1602. All right, next up, Monster Pete. Monster Pete, here we go. Slot 13. Uncommon Shan Yu. There was a little hesitation in that flip, and I thought maybe. But we're having that Shan Yu is back. Last time I pulled a common Shan Yu followed by a legendary. This is an uncommon Shan Yu. Why don't we follow it with a Grail for Shy Guy? How about that? You're welcome, Monster Pete. That is not what I asked for, pack. We got a common Gaston. Number 990. Well, now why did you change your format? I can't have that. Okay. Hear the Revenge, slot 15. Hear the Revenge, slot 15. Here we go. Rare Gaston. Number 1533. We got 2 more slots left. One for Miss Fancy Cherry, one for Night Bodega, and then, of course, the 1-of-1 gold for me. I don't even know if there's 1-of-1s on this one. I just assumed there were. Miss Fancy Cherry, slot 16 for you. Common Franny. We haven't seen a lot of this one. Common Franny as Mal. 5378. All right, maybe the last one in the pack? Okay. Oh, they're all pulled already? Dang it, here they're in. Why you tell me that part? I'm just kidding. That's good to know. Night Bodega, slot 17 for you. Oh, there's the Big Bad Wolf we've been waiting for, but not the right rarity. Uncommon Big Bad Wolf. 2959. There we go. Oh, that's up at 1959. 2959. Okay. We're not done. We're done with this pack. There's a reveal next. It's not the 1-of-1. We know that thanks to Hear the Revenge is spoiling the hell out of it. But I'm just kidding. We do have the coin. Hey, coin 1411. 1411. Way to kill the dream, Misty. All right. We're going to do another community pack in a few minutes. Don't forget, fill out the form. Exclamation point free NFT. If you won, we're just resetting for this next one. So you can win again. If you haven't filled out the form, make sure you fill it out. We got a lot of new entries in. So all of those of you who just filled out in the last few minutes, you're going to be eligible for pack number 2 for the community pack giveaway. And we got a little, we're going to pick 4 winners from Twitter. So if you've not already, please jump over to Twitter. Here is the link to the live that's going on right now. Give that a retweet or repost, whichever one you like to say. And then you don't have to, but if you would, hit that heart button to like it and leave a nice comment down below. I would appreciate it. The more likes we get, the more views, the better better the TwitX, as Consumer Break would call it, will do. So I appreciate you guys. Let's take a minute, though, to look at the market and see how things are doing. I really wish we had been collecting more data to see like the performance of every drop in each of the like 10-minute segments following a drop going live. I bet Jasp has some of that data, but like, are there similarities to the way these projects behave? And there are. We know that. We just don't know how similar. We were at about $6 on most of them except Scar that went up to $7.50. That's changed now. Ursula is at $7.50. Scar's come down to $6.99, and the rest are still sitting on average at a little over $6. So it hasn't changed drastically. Big Bad Wolf is down to $29.99. Shan Yu is up to $38. This is a popular one on this drop. And the Nessus Grail is up from $120 to $133. So I think the drop did sell out. I think that's had an impact. And what we haven't looked at is packs. Y'all may not know, but you can buy and sell packs on the secondary market. Right now, a pack on the secondary market, meaning you can only buy it with USDC, is $33.89. That's basically retail. because if you're in an area that have to pay taxes on those, like I do, the pack costs you $33 anyway, or 32 something. So that's basically retail, and a standard pack will cost you $11.10. So keep that in mind. People will say, "Oh, I missed the drop." No, you didn't miss the drop. You missed the initial sale, but you can still participate in the secondary market for the next 120 days. Don't feel defeated because you didn't get in when you wanted to get in. If the ease of buying with a credit card is nice, but if you didn't, spend the time, watch that video I posted, go over to Coinbase, get your USDC, transfer it over, and then go to shopping. It's extra steps, same result. What did Chuck say? Just think, you could be at a golf course right now. I could. My wife, I don't know who she got paired up with, but our friend Sydney Rice, who used to play for the Seahawks, is playing in the tournament. Macklemore is playing in the tournament. Who else? They had a few ex-Seattle Mariners and a few ex-Seattle Sounders players that were in there as well, but no other mega athletes that I was familiar with. Cutie completed the royalty. My Maleficent collection will stay complete. Ooh, I bet that's impressive. I need to see photos of your Maleficent collection. That's not an easy thing. That's a tongue twister. Okay. Refresh again. I just like to see how these things do. Randy C says, also can buy packs from any drop with a credit card, then sell them on drop for USDC to build up your USDC level so that you can use USDC in the future. That is, yes, that is absolutely true. My only advice on that would be careful because you could buy packs thinking, well, just sell those, get my money, and then if it's a drop, unlike today, that doesn't sell out or doesn't perform well in the secondary market, you could easily turn your $29.99 purchase with tax, so call it $33, into like $28. You got to be careful. Don't go crazy, but it is an alternate route to getting the USDC you need. Exactly, Randy C. Well worded. I'm seeing these jump. Look, Scar's back up to 750. Ursula's back up to 786. We're seeing the impact. 29.36. Shan Yu came down. Nessus is up $5 in just the last few seconds. You guys can't see any of that because I was on the wrong screen. But the prices are fluctuating. So if we average these out right now, let's see, I paid an average of 6, and there were 7 of them, 42, plus the remaining. You're looking at like $45. That's what I called, $40 to $50 range. The Fun Days Sandwich Redemption Token is below $10 USDC. That's crazy. Yeah, so here's a thing we didn't talk about, but that I'm glad you brought that up, Grosnair. In the drop timeline, so for today, we're at pack drop, right, for Disney Villains. But if you go back to an earlier drop was April Fool's. April Fool's already had the snapshot, and we're within this 30-day window. So if you, let's say on April Fool's you missed it, you didn't miss it, you could still jump in because you can buy redemption coins now. Maybe on Disney Villains you didn't get packs today. You would just rather wait. You'll be able in 121 days or 120 days to buy redemption coins. What's that look like? Right? Let's use the April Fool's Series 3 as an example. If you come into the tracker in April Fool's, you'll notice everything's really cheap right now because we're past the snapshot. So if you did complete a royalty now, it would do you no good because those royalty coins have already been issued. But you can go to catalog and you can look at the coins and you could buy those right now. Like Jason said, for $9.24, you could buy the redemption coin for the Fun Days sandwich, put that in your wallet, and then go to the checkout and redeem that coin. You go through the redemption process. And if you're in the US, you're going to get the Fun Days sandwich pop delivered to you for free, which means you only paid $9.24 to get a physical pop delivered to you. You'll have it in 3 to 4, maybe 5 months, depending on what goes down, right? In addition to that, if you wanted to get I love the way they've added the pop into these with the coins. Handsome Freddy, you get that for $14.90. If you wanted the damaged box, I love that one. You can get that for $15. And if you wanted the royalty, which is the Doodle Freddy, or is that the Grail? That's the Grail, isn't it? Yeah. You could get that for $41.98. If you need to list on the marketplace, you first of all, you must have a verified account to buy and sell on the secondary market, meaning you had to go through the KYC, know your customer, and upload all your information so they can verify who you are. That's not something that Drop does because they enjoy it. That's not something any site does because they enjoy it. They do that because they're required to by the federal government. So if you want to be mad at anybody, don't be mad at them, be mad at the government. But if you want to list something, go into your, let's say I want to list something from this right here, from Disney Villains. You could filter Disney Villains over here, and maybe it's an epic that you want to list, so you could go to click to epics, and you can click on any one of them. And then there's a list on market button. You can't see it behind me. Can I scroll this? Yeah. Right there, list on market. So you click list on market, it'll bring up a little pop-up box, and then you could put in what price you want to sell it at. They'll show you what the current lowest listing is, what the suggested price is based on recent sales, and then what the fees are. So like right now, if we listed this at $5.99 as they're recommending, or as we want to match the lowest, we would get $5.51. Yes, they are running a market. They get a little cut of it. Perfectly fair. You know it going in. That's how it works. Some people get bent out of shape about that, but without those fees, you don't have this nice site. Okay, so yeah, make sure you do the verify your account, which you'll need to go up to your name in the upper right-hand corner, go down, I believe, to wallet, and then there should be a button in here to begin the process of verifying your account. Yeah, and I know this wigs people out. For those of you watching who haven't done that yet, you're gonna go, I gotta give you my an image of my driver's license or passport. Normally, big red flag, run away. But when it comes to crypto and NFTs, the federal government put laws in place that dictate that these websites have to do this because, in short, the government wants to be able to get their cut from you if you're buying and if you're selling and cashing out. That's money you made. They would want you to pay taxes on that. That's all I'll say on that. If you were to cash out through those traditional means, you would need to pay taxes on it. Red Ranger said, decided to just test my luck with a $10 Marvel pack and pulled an Ultron Grail. What? That's amazing. I haven't looked in a while. Did that set pick up at all? West Coast Avengers, Marvel. 114 for Tigra, 163 for Ultron. I believe I paid 120 or 130 for Ultron, so that's pretty good that the value's up. Congratulations to you on that pull. That's amazing. I am not master set complete on this one, but I might just pop in and grab High Evolutionary and Claw because they're so cheap. I'm glad Scarlet Witch did well. I'm surprised to see her value up as high as it is. Mockingbird is the Ultra. You can get that for $6.95. So you could buy that at half the price of retail with free shipping. That's crazy. That is absolutely nuts. Funko Fan 34. Just go to Atomic Hub, and then it should be in the upper right-hand corner. If you're not logged in, you'll have to log in. That'll give you your Wax ID. I recommend write it on a Post-it, put it on your monitor, or memorize it. I finally memorized mine after enough action. Yeah, congratulations, Red Ranger. Can probably remove the Stream Elements NFTopia info now. I sure can. That's a good idea. I don't remember that stuff exists. My brain skips over everything that starts with Stream Elements. So anytime you guys see that stuff, please let me know. I wish I could set expiration dates on these. I keep meaning to message my guy to tell him, can we put expiration dates on these? Figured it out. I had to reconnect my wallet, so I did do it. Oh, nice. Good, Army guy. Glad you got it figured. Justin said, so interesting how this drop sold versus the previous Disney drop. Isn't it, though? Isn't it? Like, honestly, based on the response in Discord, I did not think this would come close to a sellout, and we just ran right through it. It just goes to show you the select few that are leaving comments in the sites you see do not represent everyone. I said this before the stream. They are a small, vocal crowd who like to comment on everything, And unfortunately, a lot of times their opinions, and that's all they are in most cases, their opinions will sway the remainder of people into making decisions that they wouldn't have made on their own. You know, like, as an example, take a movie like Ghostbusters from the 80s. Put it out today. If it got an unfavorable review early on Rotten Tomatoes and through the community, it may have never become the cultural icon that it is today. It's a great movie. I love it. I don't think anything would have slowed it down. But just as an example, you didn't have a place to go voice your opinions on a movie before you even saw it. Those people leaving reviews and bombing stuff on Rotten Tomatoes, like, what are you even doing? But that's what happens. People comment on these things. Oh, it's stupid. I hate the molds. Yuck, yuck, yuck. These will sell for $5. Whatever. Hey, Laughing Whales, what's up? DV was closer to D&D and TC than it was You just broke my brain. Shawshank Redemption. I skipped seeing that in the theater because I thought it was a foreign film that would have subtitles. Instead, I saw Natural Born Killers, same weekend. Yuck. I can't stand that movie. Remember when people used to listen to Siskel and Ebert? Those were the days. I mean, they kind of pooped on Star Wars in the beginning, too. But no, I know what all those are, but the acronyms broke my brain. Oh, there was a two-parter? Oh, you know, Sully, I bought this up in Discord yesterday, and what I did was I went to the announcement tab and looked at the reactions to the first post of the drop. Yeah, I think that's a good way to get an idea of what the community thinks. I think that's a real good way. I usually, when the new drop is announced, I go to Discord. I don't say a word. I'm doing that thing I normally make fun of people for. I'm just lurking. I don't want to say anything because I don't want to hear the rebuttal from the community. I just want to see what it is people have to say to gauge how the community sees a project. And I'm putting that in quotes because that's not the actual community. Callard said on the Meld Studios live Sunday, Positive asked if anyone would want a multi-stream giveaway tool. I was like, yes. Oh, yeah, that'd be dope. What's the next drop? Oh, stop it. Funko Photolay said, I have sold over $700 in dupe NFT pops in the last 4 months. People can talk crap all they want, but fact for me is they held their value. Did we not call that? And we're seeing some go way up. Priscilla's here! Dang, your insurance time. That means the first out of the next pack's going to be a banger. Finally got to my laptop, flew into London this morning, running around town, and now at the airport going to fly back. What have I missed? Oh, man. We had a whole pack of nothing but grails. Everybody here got a grail. I'm just kidding. I got legendary Shan Yu in my first pack. We did our first community pack. We gave away a Shan Yu. We're about to start our next community pack. Make sure you fill out the form so you're eligible to win in this next one. And one last reminder for this, and then we're going to start picking our winners for community pack number 2. If you retweet or repost this, also hit the heart and leave a comment. But if you retweet or repost this, we're going to pick 4 winners that did that from this tweet that is my live on Twitter right now. So you can win. You could actually win twice in this pack if you're picked from Twitter and from the form. So let's start picking our winners for community pack number 2. Who does number 2 work for? We'll do this way. And 1, 2, 3, 4 will all be from Twitter. All right. Let's resort our spreadsheet over here. We now have 112 people on the list, but not all of them gave me a .dp address. So we'll resort this. And we are now at 98 people that gave me a drop address. Give me a random number between 2 and 98.
A random number between 2 and 98 is 27.
27 is Geek Drifter. Again, I'm not trying to hide anything from anybody or do any shenanigans, as I like to call it, but I'm not going to share people's personal information from the spreadsheet. so I don't show it. But I keep everything on the up and up here. We're not playing any games. No favoritism. I forgot my number. Was it 98? Give me a random number between 2 and 98.
A random number between 2 and 98 is 38.
Grandma Cat. We got 2 G's to start. Geek Drifter and Grandma Cat. Congratulations. Why won't that hold? Okay. Third winner. Give me a random number between 2 and 98.
A random number between 2 and 98 is 66.
Peking! I don't think anybody has been a duplicate winner from the first pack yet. I love it. That's awesome. Give me a random number between 2 and 98. I thought it, Red Ranger.
It's 52.
I purposely don't do that, Falconer. I could create a tool or something that would pick names, but people enter the form as I'm picking winners. People are adding their name to the list, and so I have to be able to refresh, resort, and then go to a different range of numbers to keep it fair for everybody who enters at any time. So while it could be more efficient, I want to make sure everybody's eligible, so I do it this way. Give me a random number between 2 and 98.
A random number between 2 and 98 is 79.
Punked! I think you're first. Didn't you win in the first one? No, you didn't. Wow, we're keeping it going here. Punked. Getting slot 5 in community pack number 2. Give me a random number between 2 and 98.
A random number between 2 and 98 is 21.
21. Living a conundrum. Give me a random number between 2 and 98.
A random number between 2 and 98 is 95.
It did sell out, Nadu. Isn't that crazy? I mean, I'm not... Oh, Miss Fancy Cherry won again. There we go. Not within the same pack, but from pack 1 to pack 2. Yeah, it sold out in pretty good speed, too. They did up... interesting note, they did up the maximum purchase per transaction to $240 on this one. Professor Josh had the question, did that impact the sellout? Did it make it easier? I don't know. Maybe. Are we looking at a flipper who maybe gets more packs now? Or is that unrelated at all? I don't know. Let's take a quick pause to look back at the current state of things for Disney villains. I like to keep an eye on this. You just never know what's happening, and I find it very interesting. So now we're up to, Gaston is now at $9.99 is the lowest asking price. That's interesting. How many are up for sale? Only 3. If you have an extra Gaston or 2, might be a time to play with the market a little bit. You could sell it for maybe $8 or $8.50 real quick, being the lowest one, maybe even at $9, and then put that money back in and buy it again later. Or it might be the one that goes to $12 or $20. Oh no, Funko Photo Lady. Scar is still hovering around $7.25, and now Ursula is at $8. I did not see the Gaston move coming. That was interesting. Big Bad Wolf hovers the same. Shan Yu's up slightly at $38.50. Nessus is hovering about the same. He's being manipulated heavy. Okay, all right. Unfortunately, I'll be missing the next 2 box games, but hopefully the new prizes are... I didn't get anything yet, Priscilla, but I'll go down and check. Hopefully they'll get here soon. Thank you again. I can't say thank you enough. I love having your stuff in the box game and being able to show it off and talk about it. As a reminder with Priscilla here, before we continue picking our winners, she's got a wonderful opportunity up right now that we didn't talk about earlier today, and that is a huge giveaway. Especially if you're interested in going to New York Comic Con, but you didn't buy your tickets this year, you could win some tickets. I'll drop the link for this tweet in the chat. But Priscilla's given away a huge package of prizes, a PP, if you will, that includes 2 4-day passes to New York Comic Con provided by ReedPop. In addition to all these other items, you got prints, you've got enamel pins, resin figures, mystery prizes. all kinds of stuff in here, but that's one winner take all, and it comes to get your tickets, $5 donation to Extra Life. The link is right down there at the bottom, bit.ly/PW Extra Life 25. If every $5 donation is a ticket into the raffle, this is eligible through September 1st. So you still have 11, 12 days to enter. Then they're going to pick that winner. And if you win, you go to New York Comic Con, and then you'll get to go on this little I've already won it shopping spree and go from booth to booth and collect all your winnings. It's amazing, and it all going to a good cause. Extra Life, if you don't know it, all the funds raised from that benefit Children's Miracle Network hospitals to help kids and their families with surgeries and medicine and equipment and all that kind of stuff, research. So donate just $5 and you're entered for a chance to win. Donate $50, you got 10 chances, 10 entries. Hell, why not donate 100 and make it 20 entries? Tickling Sully. No, there'll be no Tickling Sully unless your name is Kelly with an I. That's the only tickling that will be happening. All right, let's get back to picking our winners. Let's see if we got 3 more names that have entered our spreadsheet. So let me resort. Reminder, you can only enter once ever on my forums. So make sure you're only entering once. If I see your name multiple times, you forfeit all prizes. All right, we're now to 101. Give me a random number between 2 and 101.
A random number between 2 and 101 is 2.
2? Who's at the top of this list? Jimmy Choo! Autumn's Toys. Autumn's Toys. There we go. All right. Give me a random number between 2 and 101. You did, Punk.
A random number between 2 and 101 is 94.
94. Willibard. We got a few more people from the forum, then we're going to go over to Twitter. Give me a random number between 2 and 101.
A random number between 2 and 101 is 99.
Really, Hear the Revenge? That's interesting. One person bought that many Gastons. Master Halo 40. I've been itching to play some Halo lately. It's been a minute. Okay, slot 11. Let's see if Justin wants to come back and hang out in slot 11. Give me a random number between 2 and 101.
A random number between 2
Blues
and
Boy.
101 is 30.
Number 30 is not Justin. It's Dark Knight OKST. 2 more from the forum. Give me a random number between 2 and 101.
A random number
Oh,
between 2
back
and
to the top.
101 is 3.
This time it's Grossenator. Grossenator. Okay, 1 more from the forum. Give me a random number between 2 and 101.
A random number between 2 and 101 is 49.
No one is tickling me at all, much less for 5 minutes. You tickle me for 5 minutes, your 101 is going to be a fist in your face. JMart522, you are our last winner from the forum for Community Pack number 2. Let's go over to Twitter and let's pick some winners over there. Let me do... Well, we'll just bounce back and forth. All right, back to the tweet. Back to the point, no faking. All right, we got, 587 views on the live, and we've got 60 reposts. So we will go from the reposts. All right. Give me a random number between 1 and 60.
A random number
Okay,
between
nice
1
and easy.
and 60 is 6.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Jason wins again. That is okay when you're picked from multiple sources. So I already have your wallet. I did say that before. If you missed it, I'm sorry you weren't listening, but I did say that before. Keeping it fair. All right, we got it. We have another Twitter winner. Give me a random number between 1 and 60.
A random
Well,
number
Snapple.
between 1 and 60 is 33.
Oh, we're gonna have to count now. Okay, I see how it is. Where are you, Twitter? Oh, I'm in Twitter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25 at Josh, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, and 33 is Justin Clayton again. He had slot 11 on game 1, so I can just copy and paste. We got 2 more slots here. Give me a random number between 1 and 60.
A random number
10.
between 1 and 60 is 10.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Miss Jessie Star. And you, I got your .dp address there. All right, one more from the Twitter. Give me a random number between 1 and 60.
A random number between 1
55.
and 60 is 55.
All the way to the bottom. 60, 59, 58, 57, 56, 55 is drop. We'll re-roll. I don't think I'll be sending one of the slots to drop. That's amazing. I love it. Give me a random number between 1 and 60.
A random number between 1 and 60 is 58.
60, 59, 58. Red Ranger. Is that the same Red Ranger? I think it is. You got a yes. So Red Ranger. And oh, in my head, it's always Italian.dp is what yours is, but that's not what it is. Okay. Draft 1. Rigged. That's how you know it's not rigged, says Priscilla. I love it. Okay. Let's get that back down to the right size. Let's refresh our packs. All right, gang. Here we go. I'm hoping we give away something else amazing. We're going to open the high number pack again, 6021. Let's get a drum roll from everybody. I'm going to give the lucky pack a rub. Flip it upside down, oh no. Do the whole thing. Let's get those drum rolls in the chat here for your, if you didn't win, for your fellow nerds. If you did win, best of luck. Here we go. We're picking this pack open in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bam! Don't want to open the wrong pack by accident again. All right. Again, the only one I would keep is if there was a bonus item coin or one of one. Again, one of ones are gone, so there might be a coin for me. Otherwise, y'all get everything. First up, for Geek Drifter, it's not a coin. You get Common Evil Queen, number 4890. I'm sitting weird, so it's making it very tough to type. I gotta sit properly. All right, Grandma Cat is up next. Grandma Cat, slot 2 for you. You're getting also, but this one's an uncommon. Uncommon Evil Queen, number 1941. All right, Peking, slot 3. Here we go for Peking. Oh, hey, it's an epic. Epic Evil Queen. That's a good start in this pack. Number 1810. All right. Let's do this for LCR 949. This one's for you. Slot 4. You're getting Common Scar. Number 4010. All right. How about for Punked? Slot 5. Lucky 5. Here we go for Punked. Punked is getting a rare scar. Where are you, Shan Yu? Don't do us this way. Living a Conundrum. Slot 6. This one's for you. Here we go. Living a Conundrum. A lot of Evil Queen action. Number 2132. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 out of 6 were Evil Queen. All right, slot 7. Miss Fancy Cherry. There's Shan Yu. All right. Last time this happened, the next one was a legendary. Could it happen for Autumn's Toys? Broke the pattern. Common Ursula. Number 5. I've been watching a lot of Friends lately, so when I hear Ursula, it makes me think of Phoebe's twin sister. All right, Willibard, slot 9. This one's for you. A rare Shanhu. 16.99. Okay, we went rare, so let's double jump up to a Grail this time. Master Halo 40 needs that Grail. Slot 10. I keep trying for you guys. I keep trying to make the links, and it's not happening. 39.40. Dark Knight OKST slot 11. Kelly will be upset. She won't. She wouldn't care about a common scar. Common scar, number 1529. All right, next up, Grossinata. In one of 2 slots he's getting in this one. First one, Uncommon Cruella. Number 2461. All right, next up, J-Mart. Shan Win. J-Mart, slot 13. Dang it. Common Evil Queen. 3247. All right. Next up, Grossnader's second slot, this time from his Twitter win. Slot 14. Where is the wins on this? We got that one epic. I really felt something with this pack, I thought, but maybe it's just gas. All right, Justin Clayton, slot 15. You're up next. Oh yeah, I forgot about that Autumn's Toys. Because what Ursula was a character before Phoebe, right? Rare Scar, number 944. All right, next up, Miss Jessie Star. It won't be a Winter Soldier, I'll tell you that. But it could be an Epic Gaston. Okay, this one's hot right now. This one's a hot NFT right now. It's a $10 NFT. We got 2 epics on this one, so this pack's getting back to good. We need to finish it off with a legendary or a grail, and no one would be happier about that move than Red Ranger. Here we go. For Red Ranger. It's like the pack didn't even listen. Common Evil Queen. Number 2555. I was hoping for that last card magic. Here we ask the serious question: He-Man or Skeletor? Well, that depends on why. I do love both, but let's say if I could only collect pops of one of the 2 characters, I'd rather have Skeletor. Yeah, Skeletor's cool. Plus, I got to meet and interview Alan Oppenheimer, the voice of Skeletor from the 80s, and that was a very cool experience. Okay. We're down to 3 packs. I'm going to give away another one today and possibly one on Friday. Little incentive to come by on Friday. Let us go back, though, and see what's going on with the market. And I pushed the wrong button. There we go. Let's see what's going down with the market. Last we saw, $6 to $7. Oh, it looks like a couple of the epics have dropped a little bit. Gaston's down to 760, Scar's down to 6080, Ursula's down to 788. So we have a little, that's the wrong button. We have a little tick downward on those. Big Bad Wolf is actually up to 2965. Shan Yu is staying about the same at 38, and Nessus is up like $2 at 136, or hovering about the same. So just maybe a slight adjustment. We don't know. Maybe we're about to head to a downward trend on the epics. Maybe they pop right back up. We don't know. But they haven't changed that much. All right. We're going to do one more giveaway community pack. And this one I'm going to, we're going to do a few different methods. We'll definitely pick a bunch of people from the forum. We'll definitely pick a few people from Twitter. And we'll pick few people from YouTube on this one. And the YouTube one I run in an interesting way. That one, I'm going to ask you at a certain point to go over to YouTube, watch the stream there. If you want, you don't have to, but if you wanted to, you'll go over there and we'll play a little bonus game where I ask you to comment and we'll pick a person at random from the comments. So you have to be in YouTube for that part. But I'll tell you when we get there, we're not going to start right off the bat there. We're going to start with the forum first. So one more reminder, in case you're just coming in or you haven't done it yet, I'm giving away this free NFT, Nerdy Night NFT. That form where you get that is also the form where you enter to win from the community pack that I'll be giving away. You don't have to get the free NFT. If you don't want it, you just go to the form, skip that part where it asks for your wax address, and just put in your .dp address at the very bottom. That's all you have to do. In order to be eligible. But if you have a wax address, go ahead and put it in. I'll drop one of those in your wallet for you either this afternoon or tomorrow. Go ahead and do that now, and I'm gonna go to my form and see where we're at. We got one new addition since last time, so I'll resort. You can fill out that form anytime in the next 5 minutes to be eligible, but we're gonna go ahead and start picking some winners. This will be the last community pack for the day, but we may do another one on Friday in my stream, so make sure you come back by for that. Blues Boy has a question, though. Are the NFT cards predetermined once you press open pack or when you flip the card inside? So, to back up just slightly for anybody that's watching for the first time, the cards are not like a Pokemon pack. They are not already loaded in the pack. When you say, hey, system, I own this premium pack or the standard pack, I want to open it now, it immediately goes and picks the next however many NFTs. If it's a standard pack, it picks the next 5 NFTs all in one time. Or if it's premium, it picks the 17 all at one time. And I know that because there was a week where I was opening some packs and Tanner happened to be in the Token Head app and already knew I had a legendary before I had flipped all the cards. I just hit open pack. So technically all those were already in my wallet. The fact that we flip them to see is just a reveal mechanism. It doesn't at that time pick one from the pool. I have not, Jason. But interestingly, what did I do with that? Oh. We go to the movie at our local Galaxy Theater here in where we live, and they give away these free posters. So I picked up a cool Naked Gun poster for free. Isn't that awesome? I don't know what I'm going to do with all these. I've been grabbing a bunch as we go to the movies for different movies. I'd like to get one of those frames that holds a bunch of pictures and you can change them out, but I don't have anywhere to hang that anyway. Yeah, I was making fun of Tanner for that, but it turns out it was just like it was a random thing that he happened to go look. He swears he doesn't stock my wallet, but I stock Brian Mariotti's old wallet. Yeah, I have a flat file, but it's for bigger posters. I need another one for those those 14 by 18 or something like that. Okay, let's go see. Anybody else fill out the form? No. So we're gonna pick our next winners from the form. We're at 102 people. Give me a random number between 2 and 102. Oh, bye, Priscilla.
Between 2 and 102 is
Thank you for coming by. Have a wonderful day. All right, first up is Punked. Punked won another slot. Again, you can only win once per pack per platform. So Punk can't win again in pack 3 unless she wins on YouTube or Twitter. That's the way that works. So Punked, get you on there. All right. Give me a random number between 2 and 102.
A random number between 2 and 102
19. 19 is Bondin. Bonden. Bonden.dp. James Bonden. Give me a random number between 2 and 102.
A random number between 2 and 102 is 2.
Slot 2. I think it's the first time we've had a duplicate slot, and that is, once again, Autumn's Toys. Give me a random number between 2 and 102.
A random number between
Poster
2
book. That's smart.
and 102 is 3.
That's what I need. Oh, and then just like that, Jason Grahowski again. He's having quite the luck today. Let's hope that pays off in a legendary or a grail. Give me a random number between 2 and 102.
That would be 44.
Yeah, I'd rather collect posters than popcorn buckets. The popcorn buckets are really cool, but they are tricky. How about Z Seraphin? Z Seraphin was slot 44. By the way, Z Seraphin, I'm not making fun, and I certainly don't mean to do this to make you feel bad, but just an FYI, you gave me a wallet that looks to be your Ethereum wallet. That's not the same as a Wax wallet, so you won't be getting my free NFT unless you also have a Wax wallet and you can give it to me, then I'll pop it in there. But if not, just an FYI, you won't be getting my free NFT. I can't send to an Ethereum wallet, or at least if there's a way to do it, I don't know. But you are eligible and will still get a win from this slot. Give me a random number between 2 and 102.
A random number between 2 and 102 is 12.
Junior since 82. Give me a random number between 2 and 102.
number between 2 and 102 is 95.
I think this one's come up before. Willibard. Willibard was slot 95. All right. Give me a slot or number between 2 and 102.
A random number between 2 and 102 is 23.
Oh, really, Uga? I hadn't noticed. That'd be funny if your name came up right now as you said that. Living a Conundrum, however, is the one here. I mean, I think your day will come, Uga. Like, all of a sudden, you'll win 2 or 3 times in a day. That's how it works out. Give me a random number between 2 and 102.
A random number between 2 and 102 is 52.
I was hoping that was going to be you, but it's not. It's Nostalgia Corp. All right, the chances aren't over. We still have 4 YouTube slots and 4 Twitter slots. So we're going to go to YouTube in just a second, but just a reminder, if you haven't done the thing yet, Twitter, if you retweet/repost my post about my live stream today, which I'll drop one more time right here. Retweet or repost. You don't have to quote tweet. You don't have to add anything. But if you don't mind clicking the heart to like it and also leaving a comment, that would be appreciated. We got 59 likes on 60 retweets. You guys rock. I appreciate that. And 16 comments. That's very kind. We'll get to the Twitter in a minute, though. So for what we're going to do right now is we're going to head over to YouTube, which I closed, but I can still see the comments here. So I'm not allowed to give my link to YouTube in the chat. I'm actually technically not supposed to blend the chats there. But if you go over and look for Nerds Unite Us on YouTube, you can come over there and you can find my stream. It's live right now. I stream live to Twitch, YouTube, and Twitter almost every single time I stream because it's built into the Meld software that I use. Shout out to Meld. Meld's amazing. I need to try and bump those numbers anytime I can, right? So for you guys who are willing to go over to YouTube for a few minutes, we're going to hang out here. Everybody give me a comment of some kind in the chat, just so you kind of get things going. And here's how this is going to work. We'll do a little test first, and then we'll actually pick 4 names this way. We're going to use the name you have here on YouTube starts with a letter, right? Should. I don't think anybody starts with a number. Hopefully they don't. I'm gonna spin in a minute a random letter generator, and I'm gonna be looking at the comments. So let's say I bring this up, random letter generator. I think it's the wheel that comes up automatically. Yep, right there. So we'll do this as a test. This is a test. You guys start commenting in the chat. Your goal is you want a bunch of chat messages because whichever one I see first is our winner. So we'll spin, whatever letter comes up, then my eyes go right to the chat, and we see which one we see first. So what do we have? A U. So I will count down from 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I saw no names that began with U. Doesn't count last name, only counts the beginning of your entire name. So we would respin. We'll leave the choice in there, just in case anybody new joins the chat. It's not you, it's me, says Chucky on Twitch. So we'll try this again. This time, we get the letter J. I looked at the chat, I immediately see James Goldsberry. That's how it worked. That's how it would work. That was a test. I'm sorry, James. I didn't mean to get your hopes up. I see Joey Vincent was right after James, but I saw James first. You just have to trust me that I'm not playing favorites. Now let's go for real. Done? Here we go. This one's for real, so start commenting. Sorry about that, James. This is the real deal. We have a lot of J's. This one's going to be tricky if it comes up again. It doesn't look like we're getting a J. It looks like we're getting a P. Professor Josh. I looked and it was right there. Like, just hit me in the face. Professor Josh. And Professor Josh, I think I have over here... I do. I have your .dp, that works out. Professor.dp. You're doing it right, sir. All right, let's go again. We're going to do this 4 times. 4 times. Professor Josh won't be able to win again, but I'm not going to remove the P because we still have Pop in stock and who knows who else here. So here we go. We're done. We're going to spin again. Go ahead and start commenting. The more comments, the better for you on this. Walking Miracle says, gimme, gimme, gimme. Looks like we're going to go with a O. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. No O's. We respin. This always happens. We end up with some letters that aren't represented, and then there'll be like other letters where there's 12 people. That we're doing this on YouTube, Funko Fan 34. We moved over to YouTube for this. E. All right, we're just a temporary move. Counting down: 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I saw no E's. We're gonna do it again. That's the way it goes. Yeah, this is just a little opportunity to get a few people interacting on YouTube. Bump the numbers for a moment. B as in boy. Do we have a B? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Whoa, it jumped. 2 and 1. No frickin' B. No frickin' B. Sorry, gang. This is what always happens. We do this at least 3-4 times. Come on, give me a T or a K or a C or another P or a W. Q. We have a single Q. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Somebody needs to think about changing their name. Just change your name for next time. We're rolling again. I didn't see a Q. Man, there was a huge jump in them that just popped in too. There's Funko Fan 34. All right, this time it is a N as in Nancy. We don't have a Nancy, but we do have a Nathan Arendt. Nathan Arendt. We finally got a name. And I saw you dropped it in the chat, but oh no. What did I just do? Oh, okay. I say. There you go. I got yours over here. Bakavali. Gotcha. Okay. All right, we got to do 2 more that way. We got to do 2 more that way. Here we go. Next spin. What are you typing? Some kind. Like some kind of comment? Is that what you're doing? All right, next time we got L. 10, 9. I see Liz Hartraft. That's Liz. Sorry. For those of you who weren't quick enough on the draw. Why can I not remember her? That's right. I should remember that. Fanatic.dp. Okay, we got one more YouTuber. Another YouTuber. Right here. Last YouTube, and then we're going to pick the Twitter winners. It might have helped Walking Miracle, but were there even any other L's? I don't know. This one is a J. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Jam 92. Jam 92. I picked the wrong day to do this. I got a story to go with this. Jam 92. I do not see your name. There it is. Never mind. I got it. 23povn.dp. So yesterday I went and got my eyes checked for the first time in a couple of years. And my prescription changed just slightly. So not bad. I'm really surprised. I thought it had changed more. So they put me in new contacts. And everything was great. I could see much better. I went to Costco. I could see everything beautiful. By the way, you can move back to Twitch right now if you want to. If not, you can stay in YouTube. You can still enjoy everything, except you won't be earning points. So if you want to, head back on over to Twitch now. But be sure to, give me a like on YouTube and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I would greatly appreciate it. Anyway, I go to Costco. I can see everything real beautifully. I'm like, wow, this is so cool. I don't think about up close, right? Because I'm not reading anything. I get home. I talk to Kelly for a few minutes. I come upstairs. I sit down at my keyboard, and I have this weird moment where, like, I feel like, what do you call that? I blanked on the term. Where everything gets, like, out of focus and weird. Vertigo, thank you. You felt me. Only to realize now my close-up vision has changed drastically. I have to have my contacts out when I'm arting, when I'm doing anything up close reading or whatever. Like I was getting to the point where I had to hold my watch way out. Well, now I have to hold it way out again because of the adjustment to the long distance. So the doctor tells me, the eye doctor says, well, now you need to get readers to see up close. I'm like, so I had to put contacts in and then wear glasses, which was the whole point in the first place, was to avoid glasses so I can see up close. I was like, no, thank you. I'll just, if I'm going to be arting or doing whatever I'm doing, I'm going to be taking the contacts out. I'm not wearing readers. I cannot stand the feeling of glasses on my face. That's why you guys don't see me in glasses. I don't care how good they look, and they never do. I don't care how good they look. No, I hate them. They feel like they're falling off. They fog up. You hit them on stuff. You're constantly wiping off freaking fingerprints. You don't even touch them. I can sit in a clean room with my hands tied to the wall, and somehow a fingerprint would freaking. I don't even like wearing sunglasses. No, I rarely, if ever, wear them. Only if it's super bright. And the sun bothers. I have blue eyes, and the sun will really bother my eyes. And I'd rather not wear sunglasses. No, they did it all in one appointment. They were really good. I got my eyes examined at the Costco. They have a place, the optometry in the Costco. I've always loved that because I don't have vision insurance, and it's a fair price. Yeah, I've had glasses since I was 12, but I only wore them for like 2 years when I was 12, and then went to strictly contacts. How about 2 different prescription contacts? Left eye, yeah, I've tried that. It's not good. It's not good. It gives me a headache and really messes with me. Like, my brain can't adapt. Right, Chuck? I mean, I like some sun, but I would prefer the dark. My vision's way better in the dark. People will be like, "What? Why are you sitting in the dark?" And I'm like, I don't know why you're having a hard time seeing. I prefer it. We used to get to early to Funko, or any office I've been to. I was always an early bird. And I'll be sitting there working, and like my eyes are adjusted. It's no overhead lights on. I'm enjoying just looking at the monitor or my phone or whatever. And then somebody comes in, "Why aren't the lights on? You're sitting in the dark." And I'm like, we're looking at glowy screens all day. Why do you need the lights on? What are you doing? Are you writing everything out longhand? Pinned to the wall and unknown fingerprints on your glasses. Curious mind, what's really going on? Genetically having blue eyes, you're more likely to wear glasses. Oh, really? I didn't know that. They do make bifocal contact lenses. I tried them. Don't like them either. No, it's my brain is like, no, that doesn't work. Fallout Season 2 trailer dropped. Oh, that's fun. Chuck. Yeah, exactly, Tech. That was my first thought. Okay, let's pick our Twitter winners now. We've got 4 to pick, and then we'll open this last community pack. Still here to answer questions. If anybody has questions regarding NFTs or whatever, happy to help. You're not going to get somebody else helping you out live, real time. It's not there. So make sure you ask your questions. Yo, KT, how you doing? We're giving away our community packs. We're picking the last 4 winners right now. If you haven't already, there's still time. You can enter for one of the last 4 slots by retweeting or reposting that. So you still have a chance. You don't have to go to X, but you just have to repost or retweet that real quick. I'll be picking them and still streaming right here. What came first, the egg or chicken? That's a good question. That's a good question. I've often wondered. Not really. I like that as a joke, but I never gave it much thought. Okay, here we go. On Twitter, let me refresh. Oh, there you go, Darth Wacko. Really? Interesting. Okay, we had 66 retweets, reposts. We'll go over here. Let's make sure it loads up what looks like 66 names, because we've had that be a problem before, but that looks legit. Give me a random number between 1 and 66.
That would be 43.
Oh, right in the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 at Miss Jessie Star. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, and 43 Funko Addict Tech. Let's go. Tech.dp. Oh, that's a good one. Nice and short. Okay. What was it? 66. Give me a random number between 1 and 66.
It's 24.
Okay, not as bad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 at Nathan. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. And the name below Movie Man is Mikey Tanks. Whoops. Oh, man. I was trying to copy the address. Mikey Tank X, I think it was. Good, I got you over here. I was trying to copy and paste it in case I had to reach out. Give me a random number between 1 and 66.
That would be 1.
1? Oh, nice and easy. How about Lyde? LYDE 2003. LYDE 2003. Somehow I think that's not a person on my list. It doesn't seem that way. If you're Lyde, LYDE, please let me know. For right now, we'll just put need address. All right, finally. Give me a random number between 1 and 66.
It's 45.
40? Oh, I should have kept that count. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45 is Joey Lopez Jr. Yeah, but I have had times where if I'll refresh, it actually reorganizes the list of names. So I like to count it out. Is Joey Lopez here? I think we have another one where I don't have the image form. That's all right. All right, we've got. Hey, there you go. C's, that's you. So C's, I need your .dp address, C's. So if you'll put that in YouTube for me. I see you. I can scoop it up. And then after you send that to me, just do me one extra step. Send me a DM on Twitter so that I know it's you. You can just send me any message, say, Sully, it's me, I'm Lyde. If you'll do that on Twitter. But send me your wallet first. Copy and paste your .dp address here on YouTube. And before I go to send it, I'll just make sure that I verified that's you. Do you have your .dp address, C's? So we can go ahead and get ready while you're pulling that together. All right, hopefully C's will get me that. You'll get me the address lied before we get to that slot in the pack. We got some time here. Okay, let's go to our unopened packs. And we are going to pick the highest pack number again. It starts with a 5. That's a good sign. So let's get our good luck charms going. Let's get our drum rolls going. I'm not turning it upside down this time. We'll do double rubs with left and right hand. Here we go. We're opening the pack in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. C's, are you with me? You got your .dp address? It's taking a long time. There we go. There we go. Thank you. And don't forget to send me that message on Twitter just to make sure that I have the right person. And I'm going to just put a colored box on there. So I remember to double check before I send any prizes. Okay, here we go. We're picking our first winner. Our first winner is Punked. Unless it's a bonus item, which I would keep. That would be the coin. Otherwise, Punked gets a rare Big Bad Wolf. Number 1878. And we'll make sure to strike out the strikeouts. I had a big breakfast thinking, oh, that'll tide me over. I won't be hungry. I'm starving now. Why is that happening? Okay, Bondin. Bondin is slot 2, and Bondin is getting an uncommon Cruella de Vil. Number 1303. All right, Autumn's Toys, slot 3. This one's for you. You're getting... I keep trying for you guys. Common Franny as Mal 5481. All right, Grossinator. His third shot today. Slot 4 for Grossinator. Common Franny. 2509. All right, Z Seraphin. You're next. Slot 5. Lucky 5. You're getting Common Scar. All right, next up, Junior since 82. Exactly. Junior since 82, also a Common Scar. 4178. All right, next up, Willibard. For Willibard, we have a... Oh, that one paused on me for a minute. I thought that I was about to get real excited for you. Real excited, and then it was just a tease. 2664. All right, Living a Conundrum. Living a Conundrum for you, slot 8. Oh, hey, Epic. Let's go. Epic Scar 994. Didn't work. Nostalgia Corp, Justin. This one's for you. Uncommon Big Bad Wolf. $762. All right, next up, Professor Josh. For you, Professor Josh, you get the Common Gaston. 3229. All right, Nathan Arendt is up next. Bakavali, slot 11. Kelly's lucky number. You're getting Uncommon Gaston. 2213. All right, Liz. Fanatic.dp, this one's for you. You're getting... Hey, another Epic. All right. All right. Epic Franny as Mal 1048. Jam 92, you're up next. You're welcome, Misty. Jam, you're up next. 23 Pavan.dp, you're getting... Oh, there's our Shan Yu, buddy. Uncommon Shan Yu 3682. Okay. Funko Addict Tech is up next. Tech in slot 14 is getting... Wait. You're getting... That did not work at all. Uncommon Gaston 3457. You're welcome, Justin. Yeah, thank you, Drop. Thank you, Funko. Mikey Tanks, Mickenshell.dp, you're getting... Nope. Uncommon. Come on, we have a couple slots left. Let's get that grail. All right, C's. C's, this is yours. Lied 2003. You are getting... Uncommon. Big Bad Wolf. Number 1592. All right, we have one slot left unless there's a bonus. We need Joey Lopez Jr. to get a grail. To bring this day around full circle. Here we go. Not bad at all, Jason. You're welcome, Tech. Here we go. Joey Lopez Jr. is getting a Common Even Queen. Hey, at least we got the legendary today. I'm super stoked we got to give away a legendary out of 3 packs. And we got a bunch of non-legendaries and grails, which helped other people who were opening packs get the legendaries and grails. There is a reveal next. Unfortunately, we lost hope earlier when someone ruined and told us that all the 101s had been pulled already. So there was zero hope. We just couldn't. We had no hope left. I was excited about hope, and then the hope was stolen from us. I'm just kidding. We're getting a coin, and the coin is number 2950. It is a cool coin. It is a very cool coin. But I was hoping one of these days, one of one would be so cool. All right, let's take a look at the market state of things real quick. And then if we have any other questions, we'll answer them. If not, we might be closing out this segment. I might play a few games. Okay, things have really settled down. We don't have any, nothing's pulling out in the lead now. Everything is sitting around 6 to 650. Only one is under 6. So things actually calmed down as the market got more listed items. 650, 6, 630, 630, 7, 6, 7. Not bad. I still am winning right now. So I'm happy about that. $28 on Big Bad Wolf, barely moved. 37 on Shan Yu, sitting about the same. 150 almost on Nessus. So that's moving up. Nessus it was at 120 to start today. KT said, I won earlier when I was away for some work. Do I need to do it? No. So I have your address, KT, and for anybody else who won, after the stream today in mid-afternoon or tomorrow morning, I'll sit down and distribute all those to your wallets. You'll just see it appear in there. I'm not going to send a separate message or anything like that because it takes a while to distribute them all. But I have your wallets. You're golden. I wish it were more, but we have a few epics and a legendary, which is awesome. So congratulations to our winners. We will probably do another community pack giveaway on Friday, which you'll need to be here for. That's separate from the forum. So if you want to catch my stream on Friday, it'll start at 2 p.m. Pacific. Be sure to come on by. Jam said, oh, so close. Thank you. Thank you for the stream, Sully. Appreciate you. I'm not actually going to jump out just yet. I'm here to answer questions if anybody has them. Otherwise, we'll play. I might jump into a little Fortnite, and I'll give away some Sully bucks if we have some wins. But before we go, I want to make sure if anybody needs help, if you have questions about royalty sets, how to get USDC into your wallet, what the process looks like for finishing your royalty set and how you'll get your pop, how you check out and get your pops delivered to you once you have your redemption coin. I can answer all that, but I got a feeling most of the audience here already knows. So I'll only do those things if someone specifically says, someone who doesn't know the answer and is not messing with me, says, I would love to know how to do this. Don't feel bad or stupid if you don't know, because you don't know until you do, right? If somebody needs to help you, well, let's help you. All right, we can do that, Funko Photo Lady. I remember that phone, the Nextus. I wonder if their name derives from Nessus. Might. Misty says, can I make a request for next Tuesday for adding funds and taking funds out of drop? What do you mean, can you make a request for next Tuesday? Like, you want me to walk through it? Well, for adding funds, I have the video, which you could watch. I can put it up on screen. It's a little boring, but I have the step-by-step in the YouTube video, and I can share that link. As far as taking money out, I've never done that, nor do I plan to. So I don't know the steps, but I would imagine it's just the reverse. Instead of sending from your, say, Coinbase wallet to your Solana wallet that's tied to your account, you would just do the other direction. Because you do have a button on here that says withdrawal. So if you wanted to take money out, let's say I wanted to send my $4.79, I would just say, oh, hey, I'm going to withdraw my USDC. I want to send it via the Solana network. What address do I want to send it to? Well, that would be your Coinbase wallet, the same place you sent from to here in the first place. I've never done it because any money I've gotten, I've left in USDC because I'm going to use it on a future drop. No, it's not embarrassing. That's fine. I mean, the way I operate on these kind of things is like if I have a question, I go through and try to click all the buttons I can to figure it out. Whereas other people are like, I would like to watch a video on it or read or have somebody teach me. It's absolutely fine. You don't know till you know, right? I say that again. But if you want to know how to add funds from your, say, Coinbase to your USDC, or USDC, if you want to send it from Coinbase to your wallet here on Drop, I have that video and I'll drop it again. The reason I'm hesitant to do it here on stream is I would need to go and purchase some money on Coinbase, and then I would need to do that transfer. That's the reason I did it for the video in the first place, so I wouldn't have to do it, hopefully, anytime soon again. But I'll drop the link for that video. Yeah, I spent the time to map out all the steps and make sure I had really good screenshots. Plus, there's also some personal information I wouldn't want to show. So by doing this video, I was able to go like fog it out on the video. James Goldberry says, do you think this will be one of the most expensive Frannies that's on the market based off the IP and being the first Disney Papa Franny? Pop of Franny. I think it certainly could be. I hadn't given it any thought until you asked the question. I think Franny, if Funko continues to be successful and or is more successful, you're going to see a bunch of people that have just come into collecting who will probably never see Franny much differently from Freddy or Proto. And Franny could get more popular. I think what you're looking at right now is most of us, I know I would rather have Freddy. And no offense to Franny, but I like Freddy Funko. It's been a thing for me for over a decade now, so it's really hard for me to like go, oh, new shiny Franny, who's Freddy? I can't do that. But I can imagine a lot of people who are just fresh into collecting and the next generation of kids who are more accepting of NFTs and will be in this stuff, like this will be their bread and butter. They'll have no problem catching up on it and enjoying it. I imagine Franny will have her day. So we may see it's a longer lead time before we'll see that Franny's value, but I think it'll be there. I do like that the Franny's there for that part. And because like Freddy as Maleficent, while it works, it doesn't work as well as Franny as Maleficent. I'm glad we have the female counterpart now. I think it's really cool. And we have Proto to be animals. I like the Aang. Not Aang. What's the character from where Proto was cosplaying as? That was really cool. I can't wait to get that pop in. I blanked on the name because I don't really watch the show. So I think it's cool that we have that, and I hope that they get kind of Appa. That's it. I hope that Franny gets more valuable over time. The pops of her and the NFTs for that matter. I think if she had a gray or green face with more makeup, it'd be a super cool pop. Yeah, 'cause if you think back to all the Freddy as, they don't often give Freddy face makeup. I'm looking at Skeletor, his face is yellow, so that, definitely there's that. But, okay, we got Iron Maiden, he definitely has the red. Looking for other, most of the time his face is just white. We do have for Sid and Marty Krofft, his face is green. So I guess where it's applicable, they have been doing that. Interesting, Freddy is TMNT. Well, the royalty on that one, he wasn't a turtle. He was just himself in holding the skateboard. But there's enough examples of. Well, that's true too, Misty. Yeah, I was trying to figure out a way to carefully dance around that subject, if you couldn't tell, because some people it bothers, some it doesn't. I'm indifferent. Whatever. I'm definitely looking forward to getting Dark Heart Franny and Freddy. I only got the royalty on that one. I didn't get any others, but I'm excited about adding those to my collection too. That's going to go down, regardless of how all this NFT stuff plays out in the long run. It's going to go down as one of the most, if not the most interesting drop. That Dark Heart stuff. That was really interesting. Real challenge as collectors. That was another point. I don't know if for those of you who were here earlier, I was talking about Professor Josh's most recent video. He has some good points in that video about collecting digital and what the future looks like for that. And one was related to that. Like, we don't get, and I'm not complaining, I'm just saying I'd like to maybe submit my thought of, could we see this happen in the future? It would be cool. Could we earn fan rewards points for our purchases in Drop's website of buying packs? Maybe even buying off secondary market would be cool. But I'll take packs first. Yeah, if you guys want to check it out, there's a link from Professor Josh. Very interesting video. Made me think about a few things, but I think for me the biggest takeaway was that comparison you did of the LE tiered pricing. Those limited drops like the Star Killer that recently came out, compared to NFTs and the kind of money that Funko is making. I think you might have implied, you guys watch the video and make your own assessment. I think you might have applied, are they testing one against the other? I have a feeling they'll just run those simultaneously always. I don't think one needs to replace the other or anything like that. I think there's a huge segment of people who are not going to give in to NFTs unless it's just the perfect license. And even then, they're going to do it reluctantly. We have a friend, I won't name names, who came over for one drop, and that was it. Never again, unless that license comes back up, because they believe in that one so wholeheartedly. And even then, they were reluctant. They're like, I'm in and I'm out. I don't want to hang around for this. I just want this one thing and I'm out. And then there's people who are like, oh, I'll play both. I'll jump in on both. Getting points for direct purchases, half points for secondary market. Yeah, I'd be down for any. I'd definitely take direct purchases main on the drop days for the packs. I'll take any points they want to give us for secondary market. That'd be cool. See that also punked. When I was at HQ, we heard that a lot. Like, hey, I'm purchasing here. Can I get points in store? Or let you place an order online and pick it up in the store would be cool too. The logistics behind all that, though, can get a little complicated. I don't think that was a system that they bought and implemented. I think it was homegrown. Oh, really? Professor Josh, cool. I always, and this is nothing aimed at you, but I always back up I heard. Let's see the receipts. I'd love to see a link or a source, because those kind of things, man, one person makes a comment and it becomes fact, Justin says, I read that one. KT said, you think they'll do it like that again with the fan points? I don't think so. I don't think so. I think now that they have the LE tiered pricing system, like the Star Killer and some of the other ones that have come out recently, I don't think that they would want to dilute the points further. Wouldn't dilute them. That's the wrong word. Stretch them. Because there's only a certain pool of those points for most people, and then they have to make more purchases. If they give you too many opportunities to spend those points, it gets tougher for people and would require more purchases. So as I'm saying it out loud, maybe they do want to do that. Because then that forces you to purchase more off their shop. Jason said, I've kept some receipts from Dave and Adam's card store, as they say you can earn points, but nothing was finalized when I bought in person. Okay. They did say in-store points will be coming. That's cool. Yeah, no, Chuck, it wasn't saying they were going to change that. I think what was implied is maybe that the NFTs, as they were backing off, might just get converted over and become those LE tiered pricing. Like they could, because you got to watch the video to get the full gist. But the idea was, if Funko's selling packs of, let's say, these Disney villains, and they made $500,000 off the packs in sales, then there's a big overhead, much bigger overhead than if they just sold the pops directly through the limited edition tiered pricing and made $400,000 selling the same amount of pops that are instantly shipped. They don't have the servers and the labor and all those things that keep up the drop website. But then there's other comparisons, other things to factor in, like the secondary market. Professor Josh talked about that. All very interesting. I definitely don't think the tiered items are going to go away unless they get to a point where they're doing it so often that people feel strained, like it's a strain on them to keep up with purchasing, and then it would go away. But it seems to be doing well. Yeah, Tech, there was a rumor that there was going to be a third store, but that was many years ago. I think right now, and once again, I have to say it because people come in at different times. I'm not talking smack about Funko or Drop. I'm just always looking this from a business perspective, just looking from the facts, looking at the facts. Stock price is down. We those of us who read the headlines see that they had a rough quarter, the last quarter, and they're down some money. What the story that's not told is, are they down because they were investing in future projects that are going to make them more money? Are they already are changing the CEO? We got the new CEO who formerly was at Netflix and Nike and Disney coming over. I forgot his name, Josh something. Seems like a good resume, but is that a good resume because he's really good at what he does, or is that a good resume because he just went to a good college and started out of college at these different companies and just has hopped from one to another? I don't know. We'll find. The proof will be in the pudding. Let's see what he does. Is he going to come in and make immediate changes, or is he going to come in and learn the business for a while? And I think he has to come in and make immediate changes. Personally, I think he's being brought in to help revive the company. That's possible for a curator. I mean, you in order to say that, you'd have to say, oh, there's a significant portion of them being flipped. I don't know what Starkiller looks like. How many were on eBay? How many have sold? How many are maybe only 50 went up for sale? And then did the other, however many, 700 people keep them? So I don't know. You need some facts for sure on that to back that kind of thought up. It's possible. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you could look up the info for sure. But then you have other places too. You got Mercari, you've got Facebook marketplaces, you've got person-to-person sales. It's tough. It's tough to factor that in. I think you could definitely say one factor in the sellouts may be the fact that there's a strong secondary market and people are flipping. I don't know. I'm trying to be careful with words because, again, people hear things and assume that to be fact, and I don't like that. I think if we're having a feeling about something or we have a theory about something, we should be using those words. I have a theory. I think maybe. I think we have to be careful. Too many people just think everything's... They read a headline, must be fact. No, that's definitely not the case. They can do pop-up stores for short events to connect with the people. I mean, Spirit Halloween does it. I personally love that. I've said for a long time that Funko should be going to cons all over the country. I think they should have a mobile Funko shop in a bus or a truck, and they should just back that thing up on into a convention center to be the booth and open up the doors and have 2 booth exclusives at a con like in Dallas or Orlando or Denver or Idaho or Detroit, places that they don't hardly ever go or have never been. They've done LA, they've done San Diego, they've done Anaheim, they've done New York, they've done Vancouver, they've done, there's been a few different ones, Chicago for sure, but outside of that, they don't really get out to the people in other places. And for a lot of people, traveling to a convention like SDCC or NYCC is just too expensive. It's just not in the budget. Yet they're still a collector and they love it, but their hopes of ever seeing a person like a social media team member or buying an exclusive pop with that experience of being in the line and doing that there at that con is just not in the cards for them. And I think that would really buy some long-term love from fans. I have a fever, and the only prescription is more cowbell. That's smart. I'd do that. I wanted to. We already had crazy schedules, and I was like, please, let's test this. You don't have to buy a $100,000 booth. You don't have to pay all the labor. Let's take a truck and 4 people. So that you have enough throughout the day where they can have a couple lunch breaks, and then we could take, back in the day, the Funcast crew, and we could do a live panel, and we can meet people. People would love it, but bandwidth and money, right? They wanted to go big or not go at all. James said, what's your thought on Thrill Joys? Could you see Funko doing something like them with the mystery boxes for the Funko Pops in the future? Well, the funny thing is Funko did that in the past. I just sold a few of the Daredevils, and then I was reminded of the black and white versions of Batman and stuff that came in bigger boxes where you open it up and then there was the pop inside, and you might get the different versions of different characters. So Funko's tried it. The Thrill Joy packaging, killer. They did a great job on that. That experience is fantastic. And I would 1,000,000% buy into some, but I can't get into another thing. I can barely afford the thing I'm enjoying right now, right? So I think they're doing a great job. I think it's a shame they went through the first iteration of the packaging and had to dial back and rejigger, refocus. But it seems like they're doing pretty good now. So I wish them success. I hope they do well. Justin says, I met a few people at the Nashville Fun on the Run event that haven't been to a con. They were super excited to make it to the... See, that was pretty cool. And I've told this story before here on stream, but they had asked me before COVID and kicking us all to the curb. They had asked me specifically if we do some sort of event like this. They had mentioned this RV going from city to city, ending up in San Diego Comic-Con. You're the guy. You want to do it? You want to be on that? And I'm like, hell yeah. I totally would do that. I could work remotely while we're driving. I could be on the Lappy Tappy catching up on stuff, and then we get there and we meet with the people and we have fun and we do game prize giveaways on site, do some lives. I was 100% in. Did you do a lot more this weekend during NF? No, I didn't, sadly. I got distracted and I had a couple other things I had to tend to this weekend, and I did not spend more time than normal. I did hang out and go to some of the different booths and listen to their presentations. I really enjoyed giving my speech. I really enjoyed researching it. For anybody that didn't get to catch it, I think, can anybody confirm this? Consumer Breaks VODs are up from the weekend, maybe, and you could catch that panel, that keynote speech I gave. If not, I'm planning on making a YouTube video out of it. So I'm looking for feedback, if anybody has any, on what I presented, any details I may have left out, thoughts you have, because my idea, in short, was the future of NFTs is dictated by us, right? Like, what do we want? And so I laid out a 7-point checklist of the things that I think would be most important for projects to be successful. Things like being able to show off your collection. Things like, of course, physical and digital, both ways. But there were 7 different points like that. Oh, nice. Allie says confirmed. Yes, you can watch the VOD from Consumer Break. Peking says, oh, the nationwide tour that didn't go anywhere into the Eastern time zone. Yeah, I'm totally not bitter about how that thing was done. So I think, can't speak for them. Again, not making fun of anybody or talking down about anybody. I think the idea was to test it with that first batch of dates leading into San Diego Comic-Con, and then if it went well, to take it elsewhere. I don't think it performed the way they wanted it to. But I think that came from... We could analyze that to death. There's probably a number of reasons why that didn't go as well as it could have, but make it, yeah. The YouTube video will probably be longer. I mean, I can't go too long. You can really lose people, but I think a 30 to 40 minute presentation on those ideas would be good. The other part of that is, again, I'm not trying to predict this is exactly what it'll look like. I'm trying to say, hey, companies who are looking to build your business and you're looking for next steps, here's some things to consider. Here's a checklist. So I purposely didn't get too far in the weeds on those concepts and ideas. It's up to those companies to figure it out. But I could definitely give some examples, some more examples. Professor Josh, the rewards for HQ, Hollywood, and Buckeye were posted. Went back to find the graphic posted on rewards unless someone faked it. Just coming soon. The rewards for HQ, Hollywood, and Buckeye. I'm not familiar with what you're talking about. Rewards? Dougie Fresh, it went so well that we haven't seen a WM exclusive ever since. We beat NYCC. I know I come and go, but I forgot. No, chances are, or I mean, plans are right now, no NYCC for me. If by some miracle we were to win the prize pack from Priscilla, I think we'd have to find a way. We have to find a way to go get our goodies. So I might go for a day or two. But logistically and financially, that's a tricky trip. Getting a New York hotel, airfare, Ubers, all that stuff adds up quick. My slot was 30 minutes, but the guy before me ran over by 7 minutes, so I had to tighten it up. And I purposely went through some things quickly. I think I could do 45 to an hour, but I don't want to risk being too wordy. You guys know I can do that. I don't want to risk being too wordy and losing the audience, you know? I think I can always do a tight 30, maybe 40 minutes at most. And then if there's enough questions, comments that lead to a second in the series or an expanded part of the new video, then maybe. Instead of giving shop exclusives, make them for Funko pop-up shops and start on the East Coast. I think you could do both, personally. But maybe that, I mean, if they're testing new things, if this new CEO comes in and is like, we got to get to the people. That's what, like, if here's a good thing. I would love to do a video on this, but it would come across as really pretentious, and and they'd be like, well, who the hell are you to say any of this? I think it would be really cool to say, hey, new Mr. CEO, you're coming into a company with a rich history, and there's a lot you should know. Before you get started, here's some things you should know. First of all, watch the Making Fun documentary. Talk to Mike Becker if he'll have a conversation with you. Talk to Brian Mariotti if he'll have a conversation with you, and learn from them and learn from some of the fans. And hey, this business was built on fans. Great, you have great products, but without the fans, you're nothing. Keep the fans in mind. Honor the fans. Go to the fans. Connect with the fans. If you can do those things, you're going to be successful. But he's coming from a big background of big companies that look at the numbers and the charts and the analytics first. We'll see. I hope that's what he does. I would love to see like a video from him going, gang, I've been looking into what Funko is, and I think we were great years ago, and we need to get back to that. And here's my plan for doing that. I don't think he'd be so bold, but I would love to see that. Instead of I read that. Anyone been to Buckeye Warehouse Store? I believe it's only Thursday through Sunday. Haven't heard much about it lately. Yeah, I haven't heard anybody talk about it. Well, Pickle Rick, this is another one of those things I've heard. Like, we would want receipts and specifics. A board makes it difficult for pretty much any company. I just watched a really cool, like a 5-minute little deal about the guy who started Buc-ee's. I think most people know what Buc-ee's is. And it's one guy has 40% ownership still. No, he has more than 50% ownership, and he has a silent partner. Literally, the guy never goes public about anything, who owns the other half. Between the two of them, they own 100% of Buc-ee's still. And they've expanded that business, and specifically, he's like, we're not public, we don't have stock, we do not have a board to answer to. It's just a part of any business. A board is going to have, they're going to look at the numbers, they're going to see how do we make the more profit to answer to our stockholders, or to make line our pockets more. I shouldn't even say line, more profit, because you're in business to make money. And it's not always horrible, but it often means, let's see, the RAM usage went down a little bit. Often comes at the cost of a lot of things that make your company successful in the first place. What was the other thing I saw? One of the third biggest hotel group in the country, it went public 4 years ago, and now they're going back to private. They're going back to private. They're buying out the stockholders because I think, this is my opinion, like, important to note those things, but based on what I know of business and what I've seen, is when you go public, you're always beholden to the stockholders. You're forever trying to just make more money to make the stock more valuable. And that comes at steady, incremental, cut labor, cut expenses, cut labor, cut expenses, repeat. And you eventually just lose everything. Not always, but in a lot of cases, you lose all those things that made your company special in the first place, because the people that would have made it special are no longer there. Zach Bonifer, if people winked in real life as much as they do in text, the world would be a really creepy place. What if you win? You mean when you win? Oh, the Priscilla thing? Yeah, I love that idea. Pickle Rick says, true. Start with a pop-up shop and the rest to a small shop, and then that don't sell out. Oh, yeah, there you go. MFGA? I don't know. He's going to be there for 2 years. I mean, if he follows the pattern of his predecessors, it might be a short stint. But if he comes in and he is really successful in turning the company around, what I just see, another thing, constantly reading these stories. I love to see success stories. You guys know Red Lobster, was going bankrupt, right? Bankrupt doesn't mean shut the doors, turn off the lights. Bankrupt means restructure, get funding in place, retool your business to hopefully become profitable. Well, the guy that took over Red Lobster has turned things around, and their stores are doing very well. Their sales are very high. He's implemented all kinds of new ideas, and he's brought back like happy hour inexpensive drinks and like all you can eat things that make more sense for them. Not the shrimp deal that hurt him so bad before, but apparently it's doing well. The hotel chain, I've forgotten the name of it, but let's see, I can find for you in just a second. Hotel, public, private, really trying to crash. So it's not just Chrome. Come on, hold on. It's about. Let's see if it may recover. It did before. I lost the Twitch chat. Okay, wait, it's trying. The Twitch chat is wigged out. I'm gonna close as much stuff as I can and see if I get you guys back. Is anybody on YouTube or Twitter? Can you see me? Let me know if you can see me. I think I just lost Twitch. I'm closing as many windows as I can. Oh, maybe the whole thing crashed. Oh, okay. Justin on YouTube says we're good. I just don't understand why the RAM usage maxes out, and even if I fix a bunch of stuff, the RAM usage continues to be maxed out, even if I close a ton of stuff. Justin says YouTube only. Really? Twitch failed? Twitch is done? I can't even get Twitch to load. Like the whole website, not just my stream. This is so annoying. I've got to figure this out. I'm gonna have to like take my PC or have some pro log into it remotely and figure it out. Maybe the guy who built it for me can figure it out. Exclusive YouTube stream. Good. Sign up. Subscribe. Trying to see if I can get Twitch to load. We were having such a good conversation. I wasn't trying to do anything. No gaming, no nothing. I still want to game. All right, I'm going to give it just a minute to see if it comes back. What did Chuck say? We can see and hear you on Twitch. Okay, Chuck, thanks. I'm going to give it just a minute. I got to turn on a fan or something. I'm hot. Good. I'm glad I didn't lose you. This is so frustrating. Not much of a pro if I keep having crashes. Okay, that's gonna help. No, just air. I can't see the Twitch chat, which is not good. Let me see if I can get this to. I want to close half these windows because they're my reminder of what to do. Oh, there we go. Wait a minute. Are the chat's been working here the whole time? From Twitch? Yeah, they've been showing up here, but they won't show up over on the side here. Some part crashed. Okay, I'll just have to read them here. What was I was looking up the hotel thing. Soho House is the hotel chain that's going from private back to public. Soho House. No chat is showing up on the screen. Oh, okay, it hadn't updated. Kelly just sent me a photo of them from the golf course. How cute. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I think it might be interesting to research that and see. That's just another example of how I think, though, like a board and being public forces a company to think in different ways than if they're privately owned. You can have a down year if you're privately owned because you're building for the future. You can't have a full down year if you're public. It does not look good for anybody, and your stockholders get pissed. And if they're not making money, what's the point? They sell your stock, it gets even worse. It's a spiral. Based on the problems we're having with the stream, though, I don't think it makes sense for you to play any games. Sorry, gang. I'm gonna probably go ahead and cut it so I can restart the computer and see if I can get it back. I'm sorry about this trouble. If you're commenting on Twitch, I can't see it. I apologize. Normally, I would raid to someone. I really can't do that today. So I wish I knew what the problem was. I've been trying to figure it out, but let me try one more time to load Twitch and see if it'll load with comments. Oh, there, I'm moving. It goes for a second and then it freezes. And I never see the chat. There's something failing in the background. At least before, when it crashed, it would then like restart the RAM. The RAM's sitting just maxed out right now. I don't know if there's anything to do to... It says I'm using 1% of the RAM of the computer, yet shows that the RAM is maxed out. That doesn't make any sense. All right, well, we're going to close it down, gang. Again, sorry about the ending, but it was a great stream. Thank you for coming by, everybody. I'll work on getting the freebies out to you guys, the free NFT and prizes that anybody won. If you have any other thoughts that you want to share on anything, you can hit me up on Twitter. I tried Peak last night with one other player. It was... Wait, what is Peak? P-E-A-K. What's that? Is that a new game? Or is that a new mode of a game? How can I Google that? But I can't... Oh, that looks fun. Cartoons, the art style looks really cool. We died, though. That happens in games. That happens. Okay, gang. I'm going to get out of here. Like I said, normally I would raid, but I can't today. It all broke it. It's just straight up broke it. Wait. Can I do it in mobile? Might be able to do it in mobile. Co-op scout survival game. I've been thinking about trying a new game. It's been a while. But then I'm like, oh, well, I have these games installed and I already love them, so. Let's see if I can I go into my own profile? There's stream manager. No, I just want to go right into the chat. There you guys are. It's a game on Steam. It's really fun to play with friends, says Dougie. Pickle Rick says, I'm on my way to work now. Thanks for the stream. Thank you for being here. There's a Heroicus Bane. What's up, Drew? Gamescom is happening today through the weekend. Should get some good announcements. Oh, yeah, that's always helpful. Let's see. Can I see who else is live? I think it came up for just a second. Let's just raid over to... let's raid Mulehorn Gaming. Good dude. He came by the stream Friday. Wait, do I have to type in the @ No. No autocorrect. We don't need you to do that. All right. I'm going to try the raid. We'll see if it'll work. As always, thank you guys so much for being here. Remember to wash your hands, check in on somebody you love, make sure they're doing okay. And above all else, most importantly, Nerds Unite. I'm hitting the raid. It looks like it's working. I'll try to add points before it pulls you guys out of here. Just added 100. It says it went to you guys. And the raid should be working. Let's see if it works. It's not telling me that the raid went through. I tried. All right, well, I'm going to end it. Ding dang old computer.